Hey guys, welcome to Becca Scoops on Friday Night Live. I am late a little bit. Okay, okay, I got to tell you why. I thought it was a half an hour from now. I'm sitting here, I'm getting ready, and I look over at the chat and I'm like, wow, that's like a lot of people here a half an hour early. And then I look at the time and I go, oh, okay, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Right? Okay. Glad I was like up here, like looking. Oh, whatever. I'm here. You're here. We're here together, right? To share some time. So glad you guys are here. Thank you for being here. Yeah. So it's been quite a week. I'm going to go over some things that I think you guys are going to find really, really interesting. I want to go ahead and get the comments up for the replay crew. Let me go ahead and do that. I'm a little out of sorts here. I thought I would have a couple more minutes to get ready, but no problem. I'm here. All right. And yeah, so tonight's show, we're going to be doing, as we usually do on my lives, a number of things. We're going to start out with some kind of like not super serious stuff. Then we're going to listen to these. I've cherry picked a few of the Discord audio leaks that came from Gypsy Rose Blanchard's Discord. And I picked the parts and I'm going to answer their questions because they brought up some points in these audio and they were great, not great points, but they were very relevant to the case. And we're talking about the videos that came out. This was these audio leaks were around the time that these videos came out. So there was a lot of behind the scenes drama in that Discord going on, as we can all imagine. And I'm sure you guys, probably most of you, if not all of you, have heard portions of these audios. And yeah, so I started listening, as you know, I was going to listen to them. And some parts of them, I'm like, huh, that is something I can do something with because it's really, really relevant to the case. And it's not something anyone else, I don't think, I might be wrong, has done what I'm going to do tonight. So I hope you guys enjoy it. But before we get to all that, and what else am I going to do tonight? Besides, oh, well, then that's going to kind of like spur different parts of this conversation of the media involvement and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to do lots of stuff. I'm going to try to pack it all in. Hopefully I can get it all in. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and let's go ahead and get to a few of your guys' comments, do some shout outs here in the beginning while more people come on in to join us. Let's go ahead and start with Amy Z, who became a member. What a great way to start this live. Amy Z, welcome. Welcome to the Truth Train. And next up, we've got one of our favorites, Delphi Hayes, with £5. Thank you so much. She says, hi, Becca. I hope you, the family, and the fur babies are well. Sending love and support from the UK. We are all well. Thank you, Delphi Hayes. I am missing my Kikans right here. She is running around somewhere. She might make an appearance. You never know. She'll probably run behind me and jump up over here, but she's not here right this minute. Next up, we've got Lanky Tor, 6396 member for 12 months. My goodness. Wow. Love you, Becca, and chat. Lanky, I love you back. I know the chat feels the same way. Next up, we got Forest Friend, who gifted one Becca Scoops membership. Thank you, Forest Friend. Thank you so much. And one of our mods, Anne Fran, is here, member for 9 months. Hey, Anne, how are you doing? And she says, happy heavenly birthday, Dee Dee. Yeah, so this would be the live stream for our channel anyways, right before we won't be going live again. Dee Dee's birthday coming up on May 3rd. Great reminder. And we are trying, Mama. We are trying. And in this live stream, you're going to see that we have made some progress. You're going to see some of the things that I bring out. Next up, another one of our OG members who calls herself Susan Ryan OG, by the way, member for a whole year herself. Happy heavenly birthday, Dee Dee. Thanks for that, Susan. Next up, one of our favorite mods. Well, they're all my favorites, but I really, really love Christy, $5. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. You may be gone, but will never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Amen, Christy. Amen. Next up, we got Super Rach Rod, $1.99. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Truth Train remembers. We do. This, I think, now even just thinking about this live that I prepared, I think this will honor her in a way that, that in really a way that I think that she would be happy with. Next up, we've got Crystal Spencer of Super Chat, $1.99. Crystal Spencer, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Next up, one of our favorites, Lisa Evans, is coming in with one Becca Scoops membership. Lisa Evans, thank you. Thank you so much. Next up, we got Crystal Spencer, $4.99. Hey, Becca. Keep being you. Thank you, Crystal. We love you for who you are. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Don't listen to all those other nonsense going on. I don't. Trust me, I don't. Justice for Dee Dee. Crystal Spencer, God bless you. Thank you for that. It really touches my heart. Next up, we've got Dust and Daylight, $4.99. So excited for my Truth Train fix. Yay. I'm so glad you're here, Dust and Daylight. I follow several amazing creators through the week, all great in their own way, but Becca always has the best scoop. Well, Dust and Daylight, what a great compliment. I'll take it. And I'm so glad to see you in chat. And thank you for the $4.99. Next up, we got one of our favorites who's got, you see her, the picture she's got there is something a lot of people are going to be doing on May 3rd, is the picture, that beautiful picture of Dee Dee, such a beautiful picture of her. Syntaz65, who's been a member here also for a whole year. Thank you, Syntaz. Becca rocks. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Another favorite, Main Chick Carrie, another mod, $4.99 super sticker. Main Chick Carrie, thank you. And thank you for being a mod. And to all my mods, you guys rock. You guys, I don't have to worry about it. When I go live, I don't have, I've got some of the best mods. So shout out to all the mods. Thank you. Next up, we've got JRay174, who also became a member, another new member. You guys welcome them aboard. And then we got My Michelle, 1973 member for 12 months. We love you, Becca. Thank you for all the hard work you do. Let's keep the train moving. Absolutely, My Michelle, 1973. And next up, we got Night Shift Goth, member for 2 months. Wow, thank you so much, Night Shift Goth. Appreciate that. Thank you for your work, Becca. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for catching this live and being a member for 2 months. We really appreciate that. And Carabera 526 coming in with 5 Becca Scoops memberships. Carabera, thank you. That is so generous of you. I really appreciate it. Next up, we got Gina O. Gina O is definitely an OG to this channel, no doubt about it. Love Gina, member for 12 whole months. Hey, Becca, so proud of how far you've come and that we can be a part of it with you. I believe this is making a difference despite what others say. I'm going to show how we've made a difference tonight. That's going to be part of this live. Things like what we're trying to do don't happen overnight. And anyways, Gina O, great comment, and thank you for being here. Next up, we got Sherry 57, who's been a member for 7 months herself. Becca, we love you. Sherry, I love you. I love everyone in the chat. I mean, I'm not just saying that. I do love you guys. I really do. I don't know you like every single one of you personally. I know a lot of you personally. I know a lot of you just by seeing you guys around in chat. I watch how you guys, comments you make. You guys, I actually really have a lot of affection and love and appreciation for you guys. I'm just up here. I'm just one person talking. You guys are the ones, as I always say, you guys are the ones that have done so much in comment sections. We're going to get to that in a minute. I won't get ahead of myself. Next up, we got Heat 74 with 99-cent super sticker. I love your hair, Heat 74. Great pick. And thank you so much for being here. Next up, one of our favorites, Shorty Pie 7097. Shorty Pie, how are you? So happy to see you in chat. Hi, Becca. I just wanted to remind you that we love, worship, and adore you. And we're going to get, that's a little bit a part of this tonight. That is a little premonition, Shorty Pie, of what we're going to be doing tonight. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's do a couple more and then we'll get going, huh? One of our OGs, one of our favorites, Paula Merkin, member for 3 months. Mia's moving to Florida. Did you hear? I just heard right before I jumped in the shower a couple hours ago. I saw that. Mia definitely, well, what do you guys think? Moving to Florida? Probably a smart move, probably just trying to get away from the whole, I'm sure Christy's not happy about that, or Rod. You know, you don't want your kids. I mean, you're happy for your kids when they're adults, and you hope that they would live close. They always can't, but if this wasn't a needed move and they're just like, we're out, which I think it probably kind of is. Oh, yeah. So Paula, interesting, very interesting. Oh, here's one of my favorite people, Carolina Girl 75, member for 10 months. Where has the 10 months gone? Right? Love your content, Becca. Happy heavenly birthday, Dee Dee. Amen, Carolina Girl. And let's take one more because I see who's next. One of our favorites, Dazed and Confused, member for 6 months, half a year. Woot, woot. Thanks for all you do, Becca. And F the haters. They're intimidated by you, especially Bree and Clan. GRB must be blowing someone from TikTok, or she made it all up for clout, right? Yeah, I know it was hard to hear that she got her account back, but I'll be talking a little bit about that during this live stream too. It's not, no, did we want her to get it back? No, but the only upside to Gypsy Rose getting her account back is that she'll be Gypsy Rosen on it, right? And so that will give us more ammunition, It's the only upside, Do we want her gone? I'm going to talk a little bit. Why don't I just talk about that right now real quick? Okay. So, yeah, she got her account back. Okay. Yeah. Was anyone over here happy about it? No. No, we weren't happy about it. Obviously, that got a couple of emails about it. People really dejected. I understand. I get it, yeah, part of what we really want is, number one, we want the public at large to know exactly the truth about her crime, right? We want to take away her victim status. She has been portrayed and has been honored, basically honored as a victim, right? And it's just gross. It's just disgusting with everything that has been uncovered, right? Yeah, so it was a blow that she got it back. Do we want her to have social media? No, we think that's not a good thing, right? Especially when we all learned through the algorithm and TikTok, through the type of content she's making, and from who is following her, that she targets the ages of 14 to 29, 14-year-old to 29. Now, of course, anyone over 18 is an adult, but you got the 14 to 18-year-olds that are being targeted. And yeah, that's concerning. That's super concerning. So, would we like to see all the platforms ban her? Sure. But the alternative to that is that at some point somebody around her says, "You know what? You got to get off social media." And I want to use the word shame, that we shame her so much that she leaves, because I don't think that's possible, but that we make it so uncomfortable and so many more people start to wake up and realize what we know, that it becomes a virtually not a safe place. Not like she's going to be hurt or anything, but that that you don't want to be on it, that she won't want to be on it. Now, is that a possibility? Well, not the way she is. She's a narcissist and she wants to be seen. She's always looking in the mirror, that kind of a person, right? But hopefully we can start to apply pressure even more to at some point, there's going to be ultimatums with the family or whatever. Look, Mia's moving to Florida, you know. But then yes, if the apps can ban her, yeah, that's another way to do it, right? So anyways, I just wanted to make that point before I get going here. And here we go. Here we go. All right, guys, and I will come back. I know the last person that I took was dazed and confused, and our halfway point, we will pick up with your comments. Okay, so I'm going to start out kind of light here. We've got a few things to go over, okay, before I get to the heavy stuff. We've got Ken and we've got Ryan news, all right, it's kind of funny. First one I want to bring up from my friend Renelle Smith. I've got the link to Renelle in my description box. She does some great content. And I screenshot this. If you want, you're going to want to go watch her whole video on this. It's pretty funny. But Renelle got this Ken post. I don't even know where she found it at. I couldn't even find it, but I clipped just a little portion of Renelle's video. Ken is big bothered by people pointing out to him that he's bald. Okay, don't do it. Don't you dare do it. So he posted this. Here we go. This is from Renelle's video. There's no sound to this. You're just going to see what Ken posted. There he is, bald. There he is. Now that he said, y'all quit sending me this shit. And it's like these bald guys dancing. I mean, he's mad. Stop sending him pictures of bald guys dancing. Okay? Just don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. He's very upset by this. I mean, and there's Ryan. All right, Ken. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I mean, it's one thing to have the thought, like, God damn it, people are sending me pictures of bald guys. I'm really, but then then to take it a step further and go, you know what? I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a video about this. Okay. What? That's if everything in your life, Ken, that's what's bothering you right now. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. All right. So we'll move on. We'll move on from Ken. We got Ryan. Okay. You guys know how Ryan, he's, in fact, by the way, Ryan's tonight, he is doing another live. You have to pay $9.99 to watch it. He said, I gave you guys 2 free ones. I didn't get my money back. By the way, let me show you. Renelle Smith is letting me share this. She did not get her money back, Ryan. You said we were all going to get refunds. We did not get refunds. I didn't get refunded, but I digress. Ryan is going to do it again tonight, sometime later, a few hours from now. You have to pay $9.99, he says. Okay. And he says, you know why? Because America is a capitalist nation. That's his excuse. Will you guys stop, complaining about me charging for that? This is a capitalist country. Okay. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm trying to connect the dots. You charging for people to watch your reactions. What does that have to do with this is a capitalist nation? I mean, I get you're trying to make money, right? Is that it? Just say, look, guys, I'm grifting. I'm grifting. Okay. I don't know. But here's the other thing about Ryan. I caught something. So, you know how people do, follow his lives and, record them. Well, this one I also got from Renelle Smith, but it just does a little snippet that I caught that, if there was like a category of that's so Ryan, this would be it. So, you know how Ryan likes to pretend like I'm not famous, no, I'm not famous. Don't say I'm famous. And then all he does is like, I'm Google famous. When in fact, Ryan, FYI, when you Google the name Ryan Anderson and NBA, National Basketball Association, player comes up named Ryan Anderson. Not you, sweetie, not you. So no, you're not Google famous. Yeah, you're somewhere on Google, but so am I, and so is everyone else. Okay. You're not the first Ryan Anderson that comes up. You go ahead, guys, Google it. It's not the first person that comes up. Okay. It's not you. You're not the Ryan Anderson. That basketball player is the Ryan Anderson, by the way. But, anyways, this little clip I'm going to show you here proves how Ryan loves it when people call him famous. So here's the setup to this like minute clip. He does these battles, right? And there is this one really pretty dark haired girl. I think he's a little smitten with her. He does battles with this girl, and she's going to say something about him being famous. Okay. That's all you need to know. Here we go. It's a minute clip.
Terry or something. Let's go. Yeah, sent the firework. I love the firework.
Night Raven is cooking.
Right. 2 times gifts right now, gang. 2 times
gifts. Big dog.
He's married, Momo. She's my friend. That's my friend. 2 times gift, gang.
Yeah, guys, if you're not following Ryan, make sure to pick him up. If you see him on, go show him some love. It's really hard to talk to him in this chat. He's so famous.
Now you got the ice. Did you say I'm famous?
Yeah, no, I already know what you're gonna say. I was just saying, like, pick him up and go, like, show him some love if you're not following him. Like, but it's really hard to talk to you in your chat because it's like.
What was I gonna say?
I can't remember. Now you in the ice.
Okay, wait. I just want to, now I'm going to play it over here just for a minute because I want to pause it at one part so you guys fully understand how this guy just gets off on people calling him famous.
Raven is cooking.
Right. 2 times gifts right now, gang. 2 times gifts.
Big dog.
He's married, Momo. She's my friend. That's my friend. 2 times gift, gang.
Yeah, guys, if you're not following Ryan, make sure to pick him up. If you see him on, go show him some love. It's really hard to talk to him in this chat. He's so famous.
Now you got the ice. Did you say I'm famous?
Okay. Did you say I'm famous? And she's like, and there's a little snark in her voice after this because then he's going to ask her, well, what were you going to say about me being famous? It's like, she's like, I don't know. Watch. She's like, she's like trying, she's trying not to roll her eyes, but she is.
Yeah, no, I already know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, sent the firework. I love.
Hold on.
Now you got the ice. Did you say I'm famous?
Yeah, no, I already know what you're gonna say.
I already know what you're gonna say because he says it all the time, right? She's like, I'm done. Don't go there. Just stop. Okay. But he can't even pick up on that, right? He really wants her to talk about it. Watch.
I was just saying, like, pick him up and go, like, show him some love if you're not following him. Like, but it's really hard to talk to you in your chat because it's like.
What was I gonna say?
I can't remember.
She's like, I don't know, dude. Just get over it. Just move on from the famous thing. I don't know. Shut up. Right? I mean, he's just so cringe. Just stop, Ryan. Stop. All right? Just stop. Okay, so there's that. I know this is petty on my part. I know it is, but certain things like that really get me like, with him. I just can't. Okay, let me remove that. There's, how like last time on my live, I had to like kind of break at some point because I had to like bring in new videos. I'm going to have to do that later because I got a lot of videos. But anyways, just a fair warning. All right. The next thing about Ryan, and then we're going to get to the serious stuff, the Discord leak calls, and then me commenting and showing those people certain things. I'm sure you guys have all seen this, but let's go ahead. I'm going to let the music play. You probably have seen that Ryan disclosed one of Gypsy's texts about, let's just play it, and the music, and he's going to, I don't know, he's pretending like he's wiping his eyes. Is it pretend crying? I don't understand what's going on with this. You'll see. What is that? What? Okay. Okay. Let's go again. What the fuck? Sorry, guys. I just want you to know that I care about you and I hope you are doing good. I will keep our conversation private. I wish you nothing but blessings. This is literally the worst birthday of my life. I want my... And Gypsy, this is literally the worst birthday of my life, when she was in prison for 8 years. And I thought she didn't have birthdays. I thought her mom didn't put candles on her cake and stuff. I don't know. But this was the worst birthday of her life. Then she's going to, feign that she wants to end her life. I mean, I got no words. And he's like taking it like, dude, you don't see through her yet? I don't even get it. Do you not? Okay. What is he? I mean, is he pondering? Is this like pondering? Like, what is that? What does that look? What is that? Are you pondering the situation? I don't understand. Okay. Now he's thinking about it. He's like, super serious. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, he's like this. Like someone got murdered or something. Yeah, that happened. What? Are you mouthing something to us? What is that? What is that? What? Okay, so basically the drama is off the charts here, right? The pondering, the okay. Okay, I can't. Just can't. And not only that, but the content of what we're pondering here is Gypsy going, this is the worst birthday of my life. I want to end myself. Okay. And I wish that you could just take me away or something like that. And he's like, after everything she's done to him, he takes it serious. Like, yes, this was a serious situation. But to move on, that was it. I had no choice but to move on. No, honey, you had no choice because she gave you no choice. It wasn't like you could choose to be with her. Could you? Okay, let me ask. Could you choose to be with her at that point? I didn't know she was offering. She wasn't. No, you had no choice. I don't understand. Help me understand. It's such a sad face. Look at the sad face. And then probably the only thing that would have made this better is at this point, he could have advertised for his $9.99 live, right? Join me as I ponder episode 3 and 4 tonight. Yeah. I had to do it. I know it's petty. I know it is. I know. I can't help it. All right, guys. Let's get to some of these calls. Okay. And again, I am not going through all of them. Most of it is, oh, by the way, want to shout out my good friend, Hello Starlight. I've got her new channel description in my chat. she's gonna kind of a little drama channel, crime channel, I think. She does that the best. If you're into that kind of thing, check it out. The other reason I'm shouting her out is because after this first little clip, I use Hello Starlights. You'll see it when I get to it. You'll see it. But let's go ahead and get to this first audio clip. Of course, my thanks to the mole. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the mole. Okay. Here we go.
Getting pregnant, so we're taking the vitamins. I've got my breast actives in here, and I've also got the.
So to set this up, what's going on here is this is a Discord audio call where they're in a Discord and they are watching the videos that came out, right? And you know, when I say the videos, I'm talking about the FOIA videos that came out last December. So we've got Gypsy's cult members. Gypsy's not there, but Gypsy's cult members, you know, it was an emergency. They needed to go into the Discord and start watching. I believe they may have been even watching Into the Weeds live at this point. So let's go ahead. And that's why you're going to hear Gypsy talking. It's they're watching the videos. Okay.
I think 3 of these have come to help with fertile, and these are female reproductive.
She is showing the prenatal vitamins. So for those of you that don't know, Gypsy's in a video and she's talking to her accomplice, Nicholas Godejohn, who's also her boyfriend at the time. And she is trying to get pregnant. And she's got like this, pill boxes laid out where she's putting these prenatal vitamins for every day and other vitamins for every day because she is prepping her body to get pregnant. And this is what Gypsy's talking about.
Vitamins, and they just help with getting pregnant.
Stop.
So and then after that bottle runs out.
Look, you're all geeked out about this. Do you not remember that she did not want to kill her? I mean, she wanted to get pregnant instead of kill her mom.
So that voice, most of you will recognize as Gypsy's Lieutenant BFF Bree, who's been her defender for over 2 years. That is Bree commentating now on this video of Gypsy trying to get pregnant. Okay, let me back up just a little bit. Okay.
So and then after that bottle runs out.
Look, you're all geeked out about this. Do you not remember that she did not want to kill her? I mean, she wanted to get pregnant instead of kill her mom. That's why. Jesus Christ.
Help getting pregnant, so taking the vitamins will help me get pregnant, and then after that, the prenatal vitamins are to help with the baby's growth and brain development. So it's all natural, so I don't need to worry. It's not medication. It's just a supplement of vitamins that help stimulate things I'm already making. It'll just help the baby and things with my pregnancy. So I just want to keep you informed about what I'm doing and how I'm prepared. I'm not going to start with the vitamins yet, or the female reproductive vitamins yet. So I want to wait till it gets a little bit closer to the time we plan on doing our plan.
The plan, yeah. Our plan.
Can't wait, darling. I'm really excited. So hopefully you tell your mom soon and your dad that you're coming to visit me.
So I think she's going to point out some other things I'm waiting for. So far she's pointed out she wanted to get pregnant. She stopped herself like she was going to say she didn't want to kill her mom, but then she said that her plan was to get pregnant. And then she points out that Gypsy says our plan about something.
And in June, early June, so they don't have to freak out. Talk to them. Please talk to them about.
See, come see me again. Come see me again. Gypsy had changed her. They talk about this in the trial. Gypsy.
Now listen to this part because this is what we're going to be dissecting here.
Changed her mind again. And she wanted to try to get pregnant. That's what she wanted to do. And then, well, things changed like 2 weeks before.
Please let me know because this needs to be planned weeks in advance.
Okay. So let me see if I think she says
And
something else. Hold on.
because I'm only fertile for like 6 days out of a month. So I really need to make sure that your parents are cool with you taking the bus, that everything's all cool and everything's all ready. I'm going to be sending the envelope
I hope your parents are cool with you taking the bus, and I'm going to be sending the envelope. I mean, she's giving him instructions like he's a little kid.
with the $400, and you have 100 at home, so that makes $500. Sorry, I'm not. Trying not to put that all pretty. It's my something. And see if they're all cool with.
I'm fast forward. I'm just going to see if she says anything else.
Why can't we hear them?
Dislikes me the most, but
Why,
whenever Bree
why can't we hear them? Is it because of?
did that video and was like,
I love it.
Okay, sorry.
Hubby, and I cannot wait.
likes me the most, but do you remember whenever Bree did that video and was like, Audrey's fucking dumb if she took the Gypsy took prenatal vitamins before?
Okay, this is Audrey, audacious Audrey, who is on panel talking at this point.
I didn't know that happened, but
I didn't.
No. Let's not fucking twist it. You said that you said it was in the fucking in her purse, and then also that it was in like her at the crime scene or something. Like, this is something completely different. You know how Gypsy just said, we're not sorting these now. When it gets closer, she was preparing for that plan. The plan to get her pregnant. Like, this bitch is fucking stupid. Like, this wasn't something that she always took.
So Bria is saying that prenatal vitamins isn't something that Gypsy always takes, that Gypsy wasn't obsessed with preparing her body, and that Audrey's wrong. And okay, just wait for it. We're gonna have
But now we see it.
It's literally actually a prenatal that she's showing. It's my core. I recognized it because I took it for my son 4 years prior to this.
oh wow.
Okay.
Video? What?
Okay, so it says that it was 10/8/2015. Obviously, that was post-murder.
No stupid. She said in June. She literally said in June.
So it would have had to have been before the movies.
A vitamin. No stupid. She said in June. She literally said in June. Again, and she said the word again. You just don't fucking listen because you got your head so stuck.
Before the Cinderella movie, yeah. And then she also mentioned, and you'll be coming back in June.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they had already definitely planned it out before the movie theater.
And what kind of
Planned what out? Was you listening and planning the murder out? Because no, this was for a pregnancy. These people don't even fucking listen.
That's why they met at the movie theater to try to get her pregnant. These people are dumb.
Right. No. Yeah. But she didn't get pregnant though. That didn't work. So she was talking about it in June when she comes. Like, that's what the plan was, to try again. The plan was to try again, and it was like 2 weeks before the murder that things changed. Like, she had changed her mind, and she wanted to. That's what she's literally saying in the video. Like, come again in June, and like, these will be ready. I'm gonna take them when it gets closer. That's what she's saying, because that was the plan, was to try to get pregnant again. And that's the reason she made that video where she's like, she's saying like where you can come, like, to go and have sex, that video that MPG Cornerstone, that's the video of her saying like different places because that was the plan in June, for him to come and get her pregnant, not to kill her mother.
Okay. So I'm going to show you now the evidence about what led up to it, about the pregnancy, about Gypsy's quirkiness with prenatal vitamins. Not that that's super important, but it's good to correct the record on everything. But this goes to the very crux, right? They're trying to say, no, Gypsy, really the whole goal was always pregnancy, not murder. Okay. So 2 weeks before, I don't know if something changed, but a whole year before the murder, you guys will remember, I don't have it here in studio, but I know you guys know that I have this. It is Nick Godejohn talking to his friend who is a woman, a girl, Allie, and saying, I don't know about, do you think, how crazy do you think Gypsy is? That was a year. He's talking about how, and they go back and forth. You mean about killing her mom? She still wants to kill her mom? And he's like, well, that would be like a last resort. That wasn't a year. So no, the plan wasn't always just pregnancy. Okay. I think the plan was always murder, but I think she also has a pregnancy obsession. Okay. And listen, think about this. Just like when she first got out of prison, she could not wait to get pregnant, right? So what they're trying to say is that it was like Gypsy has said, well, first we were going to try, the plan A, B, and C. First, we were going to try to get pregnant, and then hopefully my mom would accept him, and then he'd have to be in my life. I don't think so. I think the plan was always murder and pregnancy. Just like when she got out of prison, right? She couldn't wait to get divorced from Ryan. She had to get pregnant. She was not using birth control with Ryan. She was, you know what I mean? It didn't matter if it was going to be Ryan or Ken. She was getting pregnant. That's how I see this. It's the same thing. She has the same patterns. In my humble opinion, I could be wrong. Okay. But that's how I see it, because we've got a year before the murder, Nick admitting to his friend she wants to murder her mother. Not she wants to get pregnant. She wants to murder her mother a year before. Okay. As the time is getting closer for this so-called murder, okay, she's also wanting to get pregnant. It doesn't have to be either or. It can be both she wanted, right? It could be both. Okay. Now, let's, when they talk about the timeline and the pregnancy, here's another piece of circumstantial evidence that I'm going to show you about how it wasn't that. Okay, let me just show you. Here are the text messages. I got to take your comments off for a minute. Here are the text messages on May 30th, 2 weeks. Yes, Bree says the plan changed 2 weeks. I think she's basing it on this. But here's the problem with the pregnancy thing. Here she stops talking about the pregnancy. She brings it up. Let's go ahead and read it. And these texts are this like one after another. It's not like days later. It's just, this is the conversation. First one. Are you ready? Like in always, hun. Remember, 2 weeks before the murder. What do you mean, dear? For me. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be so eager to be living with you, dear. Next comment. I was supposed to get pregnant in a week and a half. She was referring to the Cinderella thing. Okay. This is May 30th. Okay. Okay, hun, what are you saying? I'm just sad I'm not. Gypsy continues. Part of me is really worried about my tube, her feeding tube. What if I could have it taken out being pregnant? Also very focused on getting that feeding tube removed, right? Another thing she asked her mom. Another thing that set her off to kill her mom, not like the whole plan, but close to the murder was her mom going, no, we're going to the ER. You're going to get it changed. No. Okay. You said you would have it taken out is what Nick says. You said you would have it taken out. So he's saying, you said you're going to have the feeding tube taken out. And then he asked, so you want me to get you pregnant again? She answers, I'm getting it changed, hon. And that was that last video of Dee Dee taking Gypsy to the ER, right? We see Dee Dee pushing Gypsy in the wheelchair. This is what she's talking about. I'm getting it changed, hon. Nick says, oh, because for a second, I thought you wanted me to get you pregnant again, dear. To that, does she say, yeah, I do want you to get me pregnant again. And here's the plan. Does she say that? No. To that, she says, I'm just wondering, does Big Ben have a hospital? Besides, I'm late on my period. What is this mindfuckery? Here you're saying you're sad you weren't pregnant. Now you're saying you're late on your period. She had this guy thinking, number one, she was pregnant at one point, and then her mom did something to her and aborted a baby girl. She told him that. It was lies. Okay, this is all manipulation. So now she says, besides, I'm late on my period. What are you talking about, Gypsy? You just said you were sad you weren't pregnant. And then to the question of, I was just wondering, does Big Ben, Wisconsin is what she's talking about, because she's already mentally in Wisconsin. Dee Dee's already murdered at this point. She's already mentally in Big Ben, Wisconsin. I'm just wondering, does Big Ben have a hospital? Why? She wants the feeding tube taken out. She wants to get pregnant. She has this notion that this feeding tube will get in the way of being pregnant. Okay. I'm wondering, does Big Ben have a hospital? He answers no. Then her next comment, let's move to Milwaukee. This was not another plan for pregnancy. I'm sorry, 2 weeks before. Okay. It was never going to be. It was both. She was already, Dee Dee was already dead to her at that point 2 weeks before. It was already happening. Okay. She wasn't going to try to get pregnant again. You could see that in that text, right? He's like, twice he asked her, do you want me to get you pregnant again? Because she had told him I was pregnant. Okay. Now let's get to this ridiculous prenatal vitamin. The Gypsy is weird. Okay. She is just odd when it comes to prenatal vitamins. All right. So was Gypsy in the video? She's doing all these prenatal vitamins. She's not even, at that point, she hadn't even had sex yet. You know, she's getting ready. Right. Now listen to this. And I know a lot of you know this clip, but it's worth watching again just to show you her obsession with pregnancy. Okay.
I was taking prenatal gummies because they taste good. Like they taste like candy. So I was like, I want a vitamin. And some people were like, well, take a prenatal because that's like really good for your hair, skin, nails and stuff. So I was already taking prenatals before I even knew that I was pregnant. So
what? Wackadoo. I was already taking prenatals when I found out I was pregnant. No, you were working on getting pregnant. Stop lying. Okay. I heard it was good for my hair and my nails. So, yeah, I was doing the prenatals immediately. Oh, no, I wasn't trying to get pregnant. It was like a shock. I was pregnant, but I'm like, oh, but you know what? With SCORE, I was already taking the prenatals. Who would have thunk? Come on, people. Come on. Okay. I know you guys like that one. Does she say more here? I don't know. Let's hear. Let's see.
I was like, when I found out I was pregnant, I'm like, thank God. Like, I was already taking prenatals. That's awesome.
Help me get pregnant.
Here's
and after
this.
that, the prenatal vitamins are to help with the baby's growth. And
So here is from the video. This is before the murder. What I was describing, what they were watching. Here's the same thing, right? I don't know who put this video together. I found it somewhere. I'd had it for a long time, probably used it before, but shout out whoever made this. Really great putting these two together.
brain development. So it's all natural, so I don't need to worry. It's not medication. It's just supplement vitamins that help stimulate things I'm already making.
Before I got pregnant, or before I knew I was pregnant, I was taking prenatal gummies because they taste good. Like they taste like candy. So I was like, I want a vitamin.
I loved them because they tasted like candy. I couldn't get enough. I'm like, these are candy, right? These aren't they're prenatals. Oh, I love them. I'm just taking so much. I can't. I cannot.
And some people were like, well, take a prenatal because that's like really good for your hair, skin, nails and stuff. So I was already taking prenatals before I even knew that I was pregnant. So I was like, when I found out I was pregnant, I'm like, thank God. Like, I was already taking prenatals. That's awesome.
Awesome, Gypsy. What a weird coinky dink. What a weird coinky dink, girlfriend. Yeah, okay. I got to get rid of that video. I'm going to make room for other videos here. Okay. I'm going to get more serious even that. I mean, I try to make it entertaining and serious at the same time, but you know, we can do both. We can do both, right? I'm getting rid of a couple of stuff here okay, let's go to, this is just a super short clip, but I thought it was, I thought I would just throw it in there just because, I know a lot of people like to talk big game about what they know and what they don't know about certain things like autopsies and stuff like that. So let's take a quick listen to this. And here you are going to find the graphic I'm using, the overlay I'm using is from Hello Starlight's new channel. Check it out. The link's in my description box.
I didn't.
No.
If I and apparently
See, no.
She has her own regiment.
She has her own, and her mom's not questioning that or questioning like.
Oh, probably because she doesn't look at it. Probably because she.
The topic here is: Did Dee Dee take sleep meds that night? Remember, Gypsy told Nick she's taking her sleep medication. She's out. And the autopsy did not show, there was no indication that Dee Dee had any medication in her system. Now, this is going to be the controversy. You're going to hear again, the Discord people are listening to Into the Weeds as they show the videos. Okay.
Probably because her mom doesn't fucking know about it. Just like, you think her mom knew that she was gonna murder her or that she was getting pregnant, trying to get pregnant? She probably never hid that from her mom either. Like
meds. There's no fight. There's no. I don't know.
There's no fight.
Nancy, thank you.
This bitch is fucking dumb.
pulling out these videos, and apparently Dee Dee, who had no sleeping meds in her at the time when she was stabbed to death, didn't hear it or nothing. Like,
yeah.
Well,
did anyone ever hear of Dee Dee being hard of hearing?
Oh, it's probably because she was not at home. She probably was not at home. And for two, I don't fucking know if she took medications before. They do not give a full panel of every fucking medication in the world when they do autopsy.
Years, I didn't.
Okay. Do they check for something like Ambien in an autopsy? Oh, absolutely they do. That's a biggie. Any narcotic. They're looking for narcotics. Yeah, they can't do every single drug that's in the world, but it's narcotics. Yeah, did they die because of narcotics? It's one of the things they check for. So, yeah. And basically here, because Ambien, which that's what Gypsy said she was taking, has a short half-life. It is designed to be metabolized relatively fast, but it remains detectable in the body for a sufficient window to be identified in a post-mortem examination. So bottom line, if Dee Dee had taken the sleeping pills, as Gypsy claimed, it would have been on the autopsy. Absolutely. 100%. You can take that to the bank. That was just a short one. We're going to get into now the really meat and potatoes of what this live stream is going to be about now. And again, we're going to be using these Discord leaked audios as like a springboard to talk about these different topics. Okay. I think that you're going to find this very, very interesting. This next one, I do want to not a trigger warning, but some of this stuff is going to get kind of graphic, but also, in this, some people are going to be crying in this. I'm not playing this for the cry value. I'm playing this for the value of what they're talking about, not because someone's crying you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay, let's go ahead. Here's the next one.
See it in her body that
It just breaks my heart for Gypsy, and not even just because of and being humiliating or mad.
Now, the topic here is the videos coming out in general and the impact of these videos. So let's, go back and just think about this for a minute. This is Gypsy's closest friends finding out that what these videos are, how damning these videos are. Okay. This is them in the moment of discovering it. The moment of knowing what's in these videos and how this may impact the case, this is the conversation.
Harrison, it's just like, imagine having to see that. Like, it's one thing, like when people like, I don't know, like I feel like that more than anything would probably like, I don't know, to me, in my opinion, I don't know, I'm not in Gypsy's mind, but I imagine that those videos, like, it's just different even in the emails. Like, it's her, like, in basically a captivity, whatever you want to call it, her at that time, like, live, like, not just a picture. It's like her, like, literally a video on that couch, in that front row, in that home. Like, I cannot imagine, like, having to cross that and see that. The way that they just watched her dance with, like, basically no clothes on, like, what is wrong? Like,
it's sick, is what it is. Completely and utterly sick. They have got something wrong with them.
I agree. Well, Brie, I have a question, Brie.
the sound of just the sound, but like they're gonna release a 40-minute video, whatever, of her literally, like, a video that wasn't even, they weren't even supposed to get, like something so, like, even the daughter is like, seems like about it, like, she only watched a few minutes. Like, why would you want to do that? Like, what they did in that video, any kind of sexual, like, it's not illegal. Like, you're allowed to, like, who wants to have probably a very, like, who knows, I don't know what the video is, but, like, whether it's her doing stuff to herself, like, who wants those kind of moments shared with people? That's like,
Brie, can I say
like,
something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that I don't know what your plans are because I had fallen asleep during this. I was so upset. And then I woke.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just a little comment. I fell asleep. I was so upset I fell asleep. Okay. I wish that I wish when I get really, really upset, I'm just like, oh, I'm so upset. I mean, I wish. Okay, sorry. We'll go on.
Up to the end of what you were doing here, but I don't know what you're planning on doing.
Nothing
I
right now.
don't think that we should do anything. Nothing. Let them think what they want to think. If anything, we can say, we already had those, and they're not showing you everything, and leave it at that.
Okay. Now, here's where it gets interesting, right? What we can say is we already had those, and you know what? They're not showing you everything. We're going to show everything in this live. And I don't mean every video. I mean, we're going to show them the most damning video and what happened around the most damning video, because that's going to be the conversation. And I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to answer the question that they ask in this. And I'm going to prove, I will prove that, well, you'll see what I'll prove. And they're not going to like it.
You get what I'm saying? Let people wonder.
I wouldn't lie about it. I wouldn't say that.
They said, that person said, I wouldn't lie about it. I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I don't know what.
Lies are off the
I mean,
table.
I feel like.
Okay.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, I mean, if I don't even know. Like, that's gonna be. To be honest, when it comes to this, like, it's really up to Gypsy whether she wants anything to be said. Like, to be honest, because I don't know if she does. You know.
I'm sorry. I'm still laughing about the lies are off the table. Lies. No, let's not do the line. Not on this one. Okay. All right. No lies on this one, guys. Okay. All right. Good.
Maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't. But also, like, if I was to call out anything, it would be to call out while Into the Weeds does it again, gets people to pay for
their FOIA videos. They're FOIA videos. Okay. That's what I know they know that. They're trying to make an argument. This was a murder case. The stuff that comes out, yeah, I'm sure it didn't make Gypsy happy. Okay. But then don't murder your mom and make videos. Okay. Because then, yeah, that's just how you do it in life. Right. this whole argument that it's, be beneath her dignity or our dignity for viewing them is a bullshit excuse. This is a murder case, plain and simple. People have a right to view the videos, all of them that the sheriff's department allows. Okay.
FOIA request only for them to put out what the fuck they want to.
Okay, that's going to be this argument. Oh, they're cherry picking. We're all cherry picking because we all got the videos, right? At one point, we all got them. That we have presented the argument is that we have presented the videos in a way that make Gypsy look bad and Nick look good. This is going to become the argument. Got it? That they're not. Well, let's keep listening, and I'm going to answer this. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I'm excited to do it to show you guys this.
And leave everything else unseen or taken out of context. They cherry pick through the shit that people paid for to see. But that's what I would basically say. To say, like, y'all are watching shit without seeing and like anything else. Like this vlog was supposed to be about Nick, but was it? No. I'm not saying I'm gonna say this. I'm saying like that's the kind of shit I would address. I'm not gonna argue the semantics. I'm not gonna argue these stupid little details. Like, but ultimately, like I feel like if Gypsy wanted to be completely like pretend like it didn't even happen, like of course I'm like this when it comes to this it's so personal and it just makes me so sick. Like if Gypsy wanted, this would be something that I would 100% be like, you tell me what to do. You tell me, like, if you want the people to support you to stand up and defend you, or not even defend, it's not even about defending her. It's about just, like, this is so taken out of context. You're not even seeing everything, not even just out of context. Like, why don't you watch this shit? You should have done, you raised all this money. I'm sure you spent a good bit on that. Why don't you be responsible and sort through that shit and put it out like you should? But if Gypsy was to say she doesn't want anything said, then I'm gonna respect that because this is something so personal. Like it makes me fucking sick. I don't even know how this wasn't even used in the case.
It wasn't used in the case because she didn't go to trial. Number one. Number two, Nick's attorneys, not good. Should have used a lot of this in the case. But what's the problem with that? There's hours and hours and hours and hours of videos, and they just weren't going to sit through them to get the evidence. It's a lot. Even me, just for this live, having to go back and build this timeline of these few videos that are surrounding this one particular video, right? Because the notion that what they're trying to say is, and they're going to say, everything's taken out of context. If Gypsy's saying this, and that would be the most heinous of videos is the rape daughter video, right? That by far is the most heinous, game-changing video. That changed everything. Okay? That video changed everything. So what they're going to try to say here is, well, was she responding to him? Right? That's the whole argument. What was the video before that? What was he saying before that? Their argument is she's taking her cues from him, right? That's the argument. And if they could prove it, it would be a big deal. They haven't tried to prove it yet. Okay. I'm going to put this to bed once and for all tonight because that's not what happened. I'm going to show you the video, the few, not the whole videos, the snippets. I sat through the ones and I took the most damning parts from Nick for you guys to listen to. And then you're going to make up your mind. Does that mean Gypsy should have said that? You follow what I'm saying? All right, let's finish this up.
Most of this, anyway. I'm saying, like, I don't even know, like, that wasn't even shown at Nick's trial, but the whole world can see it. It just makes me sick. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying, Jeanette. Like, but also, like, it would just be up to Gypsy. Like, there's a lot of things that I want to say right now, but I just know that
Well, based on what Gypsy says or what Gypsy chooses to do, I got money on the donation, so if we're gonna request it and show it all, then
We're going to request they show it all. They're all out. They're all out on several channels.
The
let me
foundation.
know when.
Hey, what you saying?
I said I got money for the donations. I got money for the FOIAs. I'll put up for the FOIAs. Angie just said she put up for the FOIAs. If that's what it comes to,
Yeah,
we'll
I
make it happen.
don't mind that. I
Let me
really
know.
don't. I don't think Gypsy would mind that. Like, I think she didn't know what to expect today. Maybe I don't know. I don't think like it was supposed to be Nick's phone calls. It wasn't. There was no like we're gonna watch videos today. That's not what it was. It was Nick's jail phone calls. I don't think that she was expecting what. I don't. She never watched it. But I know that she like it was supposed to be Nick's phone calls. Like I knew that she knew those videos were like they showed the picture of him and shit. But that wasn't what the live was supposed to be, you know? So yeah, like I'm on the same page about that. Like, and I texted her, but I didn't send it through because like, you know what? She had just told me like she was watching funny reels with the Ken. And like I didn't want to even so I think I'm gonna bring it up to her tomorrow. Like I do want to mention like see because I mean if we gotta collect, donations for it, then we can do that. But there's a
Okay, so they're like trying to say they're going to get their own they're going to get their own videos. They're going to get the videos, they're going to go through them and they're going to prove how Gypsy was the victim of Nick, right? I mean, that's what I'm taking from this. I'm trying to get through this. It's almost done.
possibility that maybe she could get it from Mike. And if I think if being like that they are putting like these very personal when I say disgusting, I don't mean like I'm not judging her. I'm saying disgusting because it's like that's her body. That's her like that's what I mean by disgusting. By the way, I just want to make that very clear. I'm not calling her disgusting, but I think that it might be something that would make her like directly ask Mike, like, are you able to have this? Like, are you able to get this right now and give it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, her attorney could get those. Why didn't they? I want and this isn't the main question of what this live is about, but I want to know. I mean, if that happened to you and you knew in your heart you were her, he manipulated me. He made me say those things. He made me do those things. Hello, Mike. I need all the videos now. And I'm spending the next 2 weeks going through all of them and proving it. That didn't happen.
Like, I didn't want to message her that tonight though, because she was literally like watching funny reels with Ken and like not paying attention to any of this. So I just wanted to like wait until tomorrow to bring that up to her.
I'm fast
Crystal.
Yeah, no, for real. That is something good to say. I would say that, but I would also add, I'll discuss the videos once the ones she played, or also matched with the one Nick that's connected to that. Like,
okay, here's the part. Okay, finally, here's the part, and then we're done with them. So here's where she's gonna talk about matching the videos.
oh wait, let me see. Yeah, no, for real. That is something good to say. I would say that, but I would also add, I'll discuss the videos once the ones she played, or also matched with the one Nick that's connected to that. Like, I'll discuss the videos, like, cause yeah, either that or cause to me, none of those videos should even be spoken about, like, or like picked apart until you see, like, because every video they make is it's like it's going because of another video. In most cases, I mean, it's Nick's video than hers. So find all the videos, match them up with the one that goes with Nick's. Watch them both, and then we can discuss it.
Okay,
And
great.
then bonus,
Let's do that. Great. Let's do that. Let's do that. Shall we? Okay, shall we? You guys understand what's going on here, right? And I got to bring up one video. Hold on here. Hold on. Lots of moving parts. Okay. So what we're going to do here is the most damning video. She was talking about the dancing videos and stuff like that. They hadn't even seen the most damning video yet. But of course, the most damning video is going to be this video. Is that video, right? That's the most damning video. Okay. So what I did was, thanks to, shout out again, Hello Starlight, we have here's all the videos in order, guys. I'm just showing you, we have them in order thanks to Hello Starlight. Okay. So you'll see the yellow pointer there goes to Damona's anniversary video. Okay. September 27th, 2013. And so what I did over the last 2 days is I took a look at what was Nick doing, what videos prior to the one where she says, offering up her daughter, right? What was Nick saying? What was going on with Nick? Okay. So right before, there's a couple videos, and I picked 2 because one shows the Victor character and the other character is this weird guy with the rah, 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 rah. Okay. I picked these 2, and what you're going to listen to are the most damning stuff I can find Nick say. The worst things I could find, he said prior to the daughter video. So did he influence her? That's the question. And you may be asking, well, what about written communications? What about, right? Okay. Around this time, we can't find much written communication. Okay. But if this was video to video, she's answering his videos. Here's the most damning parts, that one is like a week before and one is like a month before, something like that. And I looked for the worst things this guy said. Here we go. Bear with me, because Nick's videos, I'm telling you, they are so difficult to understand and they're so hard to watch because they're just not intriguing.
That you understand you will do as I tell you. If I ever do tell you to do them, if you decide you want to do them, you will do it.
Shout out Carolina Girl for these. This is the Master Victor. So this is the vampire guy. This is the vampire. Okay. This is him being really, really mean and terrible.
As I tell you to. Because I'll probably give you an okay with it, and I'll tell you exactly what to do if you end up wanting to do it to somebody. Obviously, you're so self-witness because you already learned what will happen to you if you try it. Since I already know that you get it like tenfold back, worse bad luck at yourself for each type of voodoo stuff you do.
Here he's telling her that he is going to command her to do voodoo hexes on people.
But anyways, when I said that about that hex spell, you will, I repeat, will, if you ever have to do it, you will first tell me and then do it. So this way I can tell you exactly how to make that spell work. I'm not joking. I told you that I want them right. And the only thing is, because I told you that I only want them for sex anyways, and that's it. When I have no feelings
I only want you for sex anyways. I have no feelings.
for them, I will go right back to you just like that. Just like that. Right back to you. Because I have no feelings for them. It's all nothing but sexual thing. Because of that.
Now I'm stopping. I'm slowing this part down because I want to hear exactly what he says here so we don't miss it. Because he's going to talk about rape here.
Because I told you that I only want them for sex anyways. And that's it.
I think he was telling her, as much as I can tell and listen to it over again, to put hexes on people or women. I don't know. Look, this is all weird out there stuff. She puts hexes on people so he can rape people, I guess. All right, here we go.
When I have no feelings for them, I will go right back to you just like that. Just like that. Right back to you. Because I have no feelings for them. It's all nothing but a sexual thing. Because of that, that means, yes, tell you to have them raped, but have it to where all of a sudden you turn into a gangbang that I would be involved in. Yes, make it to where they'd be welcoming somebody in to help them rape her. Just like that. That's the kind of gangbang. The kind to where it will torn her spiritually for the rest of her life. That kind of extreme. That does not mean that it will kill her. It just means that she'll be broken forever.
So I'm going to point out here, yes, this is bad, right? I'm showing you the worst. This is the worst. One of the worst, okay? I want you to put hexes on people. I want to gangbang people, gangbang rape people. I won't kill them, but I want to gangbang rape people, okay? All right, and
Plus she lives.
There's nothing about a daughter. There's nothing about getting married. There's nothing about a marriage ceremony.
That kind of gangbang. As it will shred her ego to where she would never see herself the same ever again. If you can do this, as I know you can, confirm that you will do it when I ever tell you to do this for any of them. If I ever decide to see someone sexually and I just take advantage of them sexually. And that's all I wanted them for. I hope I made myself clear on this. And I did mention Demona, so I'll have to mention her for the ending as well. Because that means it allowed her to have reason to listen to this as much as you did. Okay. Demona and Gypsy. Demona and Gypsy. I love and adore you both. Deeply. Always will. Stay obedient to me as you always have been. Answer everything I said on this video. And answer.
Where's the scary voice?
Everything I said on the one before this. Know that I said that. Good night for now. And I'll obviously talk to you the next video you guys earn. Master Victor said.
Now, I'm going to show you guys how ridiculous it is when he morphs out of being like comes to. You'll see. It's so ridiculous. Okay.
Good night to you. Love and adore you, my love and adore you both. Good night for now, and here he is. Hey, I'm on cam. Oh, wait, you just told me I'm on cam. Hey, honey. Oh, okay, he wants me to say goodnight to you. I love and adore you, my darling. Oh, and my sweetheart, Demona, too. Yeah.
Who takes this serious?
Well, I love and adore you both. Good night,
Oh,
Miss
you just
Victor.
snapped out. What?
And whatever your Master Victor said,
Okay.
I'm obviously thinking that that'd be important. I see it's already around.
And he pretends like he doesn't know what Master Victor says. Okay, this is the game we're playing. All right. And again, I'm not laughing about the rape part. I'm laughing about just how ridiculous the whole thing is. All right. So that was bad. That was bad. Him asking her to put hexes on people to then be able to gang rape people. Okay. Not good. Not good. Nope. Not good. Now, this next one is the really weirdo. And this one was right before the daughter one. So this would be the one, more so than the last one, that would really influence her if she was talking back. Okay, here we go. And again, I only picked because you cannot suffer through 30 minutes of this ridiculousness. I did it in increments. I'm telling you, had to, make it go faster. It's just, but here's the worst part, but I do it for you guys. Here's the worst part of what he said right before the infamous daughter rape video. This is it. Here we go. And it's this Sir Black one, the Shinery or whatever the fuck they call themselves. I don't know.
Chance to prove yourself to me. But the
you really interested, even though I see right through you? As if I was going to see right through souls. Okay, I'll play this game. But if you succeed and make me fall in love, I'll give you credit. But it will be half good, half bad. The good, you'll learn, along with the bad at the same time. Now, I know that you're supposed to master Victor. I know that he has something planned called you talking to me more frequently after I get this video. I'm not blind. I see it all a lot more clearly. Sometimes I
So I obviously I had to fasten it up. You guys could not take it at the speed that it was. He said, I know about Master Victor. I know about the plans you have. So he's acting all psychic at this point. Okay.
don't have to see it, I can just sense it. Remember, I'm the one that gave Nick his psychic abilities. Exactly. So I don't even have to be around to sense things. And I tell you this right now, Josie. As much as Demona's trying to do it, I know you are too.
I can't, but we're going to keep going because this is the one that influenced her to do the daughter one.
But continue to do it. Continue to listen to me. Continue to answer me. Continue to obey me.
Did you hear the laugh? If it sped up. What is that? What is that? Okay. And it's gonna get funnier, but then just wait. I'm just gonna demolish this whole thing.
Because I'll tell you right now, you have no choice but to do that as long as I'm inside your Nick. You have no choice to do that without you risking hurting me. Without you risking hurting your soulmate. I'll tell you right now, the reason why I know this is a foolish mistake that Demona's trying to do is because I only have one soulmate, and that is my own sister. That's right, my own sister.
Okay.
So
Okay.
maybe
Wait. I'm going to back it up here. So now he says, and why I picked this was because it's crazy and it's funny. I'm right there with you. But this part where he says that his only soulmate is his sister. So is that a reference to incest? I don't know. You let me know. It's not an infant. It's not about a daughter. It's not about being married. And it's not about what's called the vampire way, which I'm going to get to also. We're going to cover it all. Okay. All right. So let me back it up just a little bit so you can see where he says, my only soulmate is my sister.
Because I only have one soulmate, and that is my own sister. That's right, my own sister. So maybe if Demona was interested in me, all this will be just a love affair. That's all this will be. And if that's all she wants, well, she tries to love me and do things for me beyond whatever I try to tell her to. Well, that's not going to prove to me herself. Otherwise, I'm going to believe it. I don't mind speaking quickly. Now, I'll tell you right now, besides me.
He says, I don't mind speaking quickly when I had to like speed it up. Okay. I mean, yeah. Can't make it up.
You know, it's lasting longer with talking. It's because of the full moon. One of these times I'll remove this hood, and when I do, maybe that'll be the day I love Demona. But if I never love her, don't be surprised. And by the way, I will give Demona one thing credit for her ability to try to be mysterious. Obviously, Nick's been talking to her quite a lot about what I'm supposed to like and what I'm not supposed to like. Apparently, you know that I enjoy the mysteriousness of others while they have it. It makes me feel some part of my own kind. But the good thing is you'd never be part of my own kind. But that means if you really are interested in me and really want to be my significant other, as idiots call it, that are in love, you'll have to prove to me everything that you say. And not only that, you'll have to prove to me that you really love for me. If I see one thing that shows me that I was right all along, as I probably will see, don't be surprised if Gypsy's dead and you are too.
Gypsy's dead and you are too. So here he's threatening, saying, don't be surprised if Gypsy's dead and you are too. Because he's like this guy is the super scary one. Okay. He's the super duper boss of scary. Okay.
Play around. That means if I tell you to go rob a bank, I wouldn't be surprised if you'd stutter on that.
If I tell you to go rob a bank, then you're going to go do it.
Oh, get raped by someone, you probably would. Maybe stutter on that.
If I tell you to go get raped by someone, you probably would.
Too.
Did I stutter on that too?
The thing is that I don't play around.
I don't play around.
Evil than what you're supposed to master Victor.
I'm a lot more evil. See, I'm a lot more evil than Master Victor.
I'm as pure as it gets. And I'll take even the evil mind to be able to match mine to at least get me to fall in love with them. That's what it will take. If Demona's wondering what it will take to get me to fall in love with her. So that means if you can show that you enjoy hurting others for me, don't matter if some other girl.
You will enjoy hurting others for me. Okay.
You might start to convince me that you really are interested in me, Gypsy and Demona.
There's a laugh.
Why do I say that? Because I know you're both working together on this whole project with me. It's mainly Demona that's interested in me, but Gypsy wants to hold her back from getting too overwhelmed. I'll tell you right now, I seem to know quite a lot on Tontai. Gypsy, I won't say this one time to you. If you let her fall in love with me,
Okay, it goes on like that. Let me see what else he mentions here. So he's basically he's talking to Gypsy and Demona. He's telling them, I'm super evil. I'm, way and what's he into? Well, the same thing that Victor guy's into. The same thing that really Nick was into. What was Nick's driving force? If we're going to talk about sexually, he had rape fantasies. That's it. Okay. So there's that. It goes on. I have like a minute more, but it's the same stuff. It's just rape, kill. I will be your master. I will tell you what to do. There's no difference between Master Victor and this dark idiot, whatever it is. Okay. So that is that one though, that video right there that I just played. And that was the worst part, talking about killing Gypsy, talking about killing Demona, talking about raping other people. That was the video right before the video, right? And I know you guys have seen it. Okay. But now that you are just going to do really quick snippet of that one. Okay. Just to leave it in the live for people that maybe don't know this stuff. Just going to do a quick snippet. So now that you know that, what Master Victor was saying, what the dark one was saying right before, here's what Gypsy returned with. Here was what she said.
See, Master.
We're going to go to the bad part.
So I had this vision. Well, Gypsy had this vision about you had a black with a chain, and you had the chain in your hand, and
I want to note a couple of things here before I get to the snippet. I just want this one snippet in here. Obviously, I don't want to listen to all of this because I'm going to go over this in a little chart. I'm going to explain to you exactly what was going on here in this relationship because I spent 2 days really focusing on it and I broke it down so that everyone can understand exactly why I believe this was all Gypsy, this thing about the daughter. And I will explain that in a minute, but I just want to get the clip in. Okay.
your slave right by you. So we're going to try and start right away, I hope. Together will be a bright one. I know that we want hopefully lots of children.
Have I ever heard of any of those videos Nick talk about wanting to have children? No. That's not what he ever talked about. Okay. It's what she always talked about.
And after we get married, we're going to try and start right away, I hope. And the plan for if we have a boy first, we're going to protect him and
I don't know.
Protect our children from the outside world because they can't know about us. They can't know about you being a vampire. But we're going to protect them and keep them educated on what not to say in front of.
Now, you note what she's saying here. We have to protect them and educate them. It's going to mean something with what I'm going to show you right after this, okay?
People and make sure that they understand the severity of keeping them a secret. And if we have a girl, the way it has to be is if we have a girl, she has to lose her virginity to you because you are the master of the household. So I'm going to have to explain that to her whenever she comes in.
I'm going to have to explain that to her. Not you're going to have to explain that to her because this is your deal.
Age where it's time to explain it. Other than that, like when she's 7, I won't explain that, but around 13.
If she hated this idea, if she was forced into saying these things, why is she saying she's explaining it? If it's his thing.
I'll explain. And also, if you ever need
Okay, I'm just going to stop it there. So let's break this down a little bit, okay? Before we get to the next clip, I want to talk about Nick. Who was in charge of this relationship? You know who I think was in charge of this? Okay. Gypsy talks a lot about the vampire way. We're in the vampire way. We get married. Here's what I'm going to be wearing, the red and black. Okay. All right. Now, Nick's whole focus, if you talk about Nick, are these two other characters. It's all the same thing. There's no, you know how Gypsy's different characters have real different personalities almost. They look differently, right? They have different wigs. They have different costumes. They're different ages. They have kind of even a different backstory. Her characters are very fleshed out. His characters are fleshed out, not at all. They're the same thing. One is just all black on the screen. He has no costumes. He walks like it. They both kind of talk like that. They have that. Both have the same weird laugh. And guess what? They're both into the same thing: rape, dominance, and they have very psychic ability. That's it. Funnily enough, Nick, if you hear him in some interviews, like with that Australian woman, I think he even says, well, I knew things. I even think he says, like, I'm kind of psychic. Nick is who Nick is. There aren't separate characters. It wasn't his deal. What was his deal? Yeah, rape fantasies. I'll give you that. He liked that before he knew Gypsy. Rape fantasy. Rape fantasies. Okay. He was Googling rape fantasies, not incest, not daughter. Okay. No, not anything to do with pedophilia. Nothing. We could find nothing like that for him, but this. Okay. Now, he's not sophisticated. He's extremely juvenile. He's autistic too, right? With a low IQ. And I think he was matching her. I showed you what his video looked like before she made that video. Was he talking about a marriage ceremony? Does he talk about like intricate stuff about BDSM or no? He wants her to put hexes on people so he can rape. Gypsy's way more sophisticated, obviously. All right. Her main things are romance, marriage, pregnancy, and she has sexual fetishes that she had before she knew him and she carried into prison after. We know that. We have the evidence of that. Okay. The next are these videos I was showing you. The first one was the master one I showed you. Then I showed you the Shinery one. And then I showed you Gypsy. And that is according to the timeline of videos. Okay. Those were the videos around that time. So much for her answering him. There's no proof of that. If someone has it, show it to me. I will concede. I will go, wow, you're right. You're right. But when I think about this and when I, study this and I look at who they both are as people, yeah, I'll show you what was Nick into. Yeah, here's his Google searches about the bad Google searches, browser history. Female cop brutally raped and impregnated. Impregnate. Forced impregnate. Okay. And we also told you about this one about the forced baby. It wasn't about, it had nothing to do with the baby R word. It had to do with impregnate. Impregnate. Something about a woman being, something about him raping someone and impregnating them turns him on. That was his fetish. If Nick had one fetish, it was that. The one fetish he had was this weird fetish of the thought of raping someone and that he made them pregnant during that rape. Turned him on. Big time. Okay. Gypsy? Now, did that have anything to do, did we find that he was looking up anything to do with a daddy-daughter type thing? No. No. And again, why in that video is she saying, and no, because we're going to live the vampire way, and I'll get a little bit more to the vampire way. The vampire way, I'll have to instruct her about the vampire way. Well, I thought he was the head of the house. I thought he was the dominant one. Why wouldn't he be instructing her? Just a question. Okay. So that I think really there's a couple more things I want to make clear, and that is from her book. Now that you've seen, now that you have a full flavor of who Nick was in those videos, of how not sophisticated he was at all. He would make up this weird voice and this weird laugh. Let's take a look at what she wrote in her memoir about Nick, about him, when it comes to this sexual fetish and the rape thing, the daughter rape thing. Now that you have because now you've seen the videos. Those were the worst ones I could find. Those were the worst clips I could find. You got the theme, rape. Okay. Put a spell on those people for me so I can go rape those people. Okay. That's it. All right. So let's take a look at what she said, because this is where it does get comical to me. It does get comical when we look at what she wrote. All right, where's the first one at? I got to find the first one. Okay, that's 3. Okay, this will be the first one. No, actually, this isn't the first one. Look at. Okay, so now you know what the videos look like. You understand. Sorry, I got to be behind here. But now that you know what he looked like, what his level of sophistication was when it came to this role playing. Not sophisticated at all, right? I mean, I'm going to give him an F- on sophistication in role playing, all right? Here's what she wrote about him. I drank from his chalice of escape. Nick's realm held mystical beasts, evil spells, and poison potions. The upside down version of my reality. What is she talking about? Nick's realm held mystical beasts. He can't even do a halfway decent, like, weird voice. Mystical beast? What are you talking about? Like Earth's continents, Nick's fantasy world contained several lands separated by serpent-filled seas. What are you talking about? I can barely get through 5 minutes of one of those videos because they are not cohesive sentences. I mean, it's not just like a little lie. It's like a lie, right? This is her she's talking about. If she's talking about anyone, that guy could, in those videos, I can't figure out what he's talking about half the time. But she wants me to think he was this master storyteller that drew her in by his storytelling. And she got caught up in his realms, his mystical realms. Who told her? Where did this come up? Who came up with this? I want to know. Nick's evil twin brother lived in one realm, and he vowed to build a portal to the human world. Nick could hardly get 2 sentences together. All it was, put a hex. I want a gangbang rape. Rape? Let's do rape. I won't kill you, Damona, but what about gang? Look, it was so juvenile and so one-dimensional. All right, so she talks about that. The kingdom where Victor, he's 3,000-year-old vampire. Later on Dr. Phil, he's a 500-year-old vampire. It was also home to the Dark One. You saw the Dark One. I just showed you the Dark One. These villains did not drink blood. They thirsted, however, for rape and murder of women, and not always in that order. Nick also had such a thirst for necrophilia. I didn't see that. I didn't hear. I would tell you if I did. Maybe I missed it. Didn't come across yet. Rape and murder, more rape than murder. I'm going to tell you, it's rape. It's not really murder with him. It's more rape. It's a fantasy. Okay. And okay. I didn't see necrophilia. As he shared his fantasy of first murdering and then raping his ex-girlfriend, I don't know about where she got that from, because we're going to get to the ex-girlfriend in a minute, which he meticulously carved her skin with a knife to brand her with labels like whore, bitch, and slut. In Nick's realm, king and queen did not sit side by side, but as dominant and submissive, the queen being ruled over in all aspects, and it wasn't just sex. I'd only speak when told I could speak. I'd be chastised for laughing at something funny. See, this, I don't know where she's getting this all from. So let's get to okay, so that's all lies. That's all lies, okay? He wasn't some masterful storyteller. No. No, you saw the videos. I showed you. All right. So now the date, the let's see what she says about in the book about the daughter thing. And I know you guys have mostly seen this, but now we have the context of what she was watching him say before, right? She talks about the ex that she lies about, because we got a video on that I'll play in a little bit. Nick introduced the violence, the murders, the blood, the carvings, the brutal rape fantasies. That one little part was true there, the brutal rape fantasies. And I was so afraid of losing his validation, I ignored his ex-girlfriend's Facebook message. Lie, lie, lie. Remember the video? The apology video. I'm sorry I contacted your ex-girlfriend. Okay. The end game was a life together and finally to be together, and the idea of how I wanted to be treated and how he wanted to treat me were different. We argue a lot about this, blah, 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 normal life. I would go back and forth on the matter of shifting our relationship from dominant submissive to American sitcom kind of life. We threatened breaking up with each other, which triggered an anxiety of being abandoned. It's something I still grapple with today. All right, where is the part about the daughter? That's what I'm looking at. Or maybe it's in part 3. Is this part 2? I overlooked the malevolence of king. Okay, I overlooked the I overlooked the kink in order to build something that wasn't there, a life with Nick. She had the kink, okay? His was just rape fantasies. She was the kink, okay? If I were free, what would I be like to live with? I got to be careful not to turn my mic off like I did last time. I'd ask him, unaware that he was engaged in video relationship with 3 other women. I don't know. I think he did have some relationships with other women. It wasn't just about having Nick control my life. I wanted to imagine our romance coming to life in my realm, the real world. What would it be like? Okay, I agreed the terms of Nick's dominance over me. In his mind, this meant we were married. I own you now would become his refrain. He said that one day soon he'd take my virginity from me, because that's what dominants do. I invested a lot of time and energy in capturing his acceptance and what I thought was love. While he captured my mind, he would say things like, I'm so proud of you if I rub the right amount of barbecue sauce or ketchup on my naked body in a bathtub. You have so much potential, Gypsy, he'd say. If I was good at humiliating myself for his pleasure, he'd tell me he loved me, and then he believed in me. Other times he'd say I needed bigger boobs. You know what? That's a lie. Remember when she got things for her to put in her bra, he told her, you don't need those. Your breasts are fine. Another small lie, but I'm telling you, you find them everywhere. Or I wasn't dirty enough or nasty enough. I don't see the daughter part in here. Oh, wait, here it is. What girl wants to see her ex happy? Nick rationalized. When I told him his ex messaged me, it wasn't until he told me that upon our daughter's 13th birthday, he would take her virginity that I thought he had crossed the creepy line. I broke up with him. Not in any video you did. Not in any messaging that I could see you did. Nope, I don't find it there. But you go ahead. I broke up with him, but like a good submissive, I accepted his apologies. And where's his apology video? If that is indeed true. Where's his apology video? If he's the one that introduced this thought. He wasn't into the marriage. He didn't care about marriage. He didn't care about the romance. He didn't care about romance too much. He wanted to be seen as this dominant, powerful guy. That's true. He got off on the power. That's true. So did she, though. They would change places. Okay. And he liked rape fantasy. Very basic. Very basic. Okay. We know from her that all of it surrounded what? The Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey. Okay. That's where all her fantasies come from. His fantasies come from those little gross porn sites that I've showed you what he would like look up. That was his fantasy. By the way, I just want to put a caveat here because I don't want to say that he would have become a full-blown real rapist. No. A lot of people have rape fantasies. Okay. I'm talking about studies, scientific studies. All right. Have rape fantasies. It doesn't mean they would ever do that in real life because a rape fantasy is what turns these people on, right? It turns them on. Okay. A true blue rapist, someone that actually does the act of rape. It's not about sex at all. It's not about sex at all. It's about power. It's about control. It's not, they don't do that because they think it's sexy. But if you have a rape fantasy that turns you on, that's different. See what I mean? So I just want to put that out there for Nick because no, I'm not his biggest fan, but I also don't want to put out wrong information to imply because I'm hitting hard that he had these rape fantasies. I'm hitting it hard. I am because I want to tell the truth. Okay. All right. So what else do I have? I have another, I think that have I finished everything I want to talk about their relationship? I think I have finished everything. Well, let's just show this. Here's Gypsy. As you guys know, she was all into, because remember, she's saying that all of this stuff, the BDSM, you know, all of this, like she was oblivious to it until she met him. No. And then it made her sick, right? That's what she was writing in the memoir. Well, it made me, I just was so, but I went along with it. I'm not really into that stuff. Okay. No, that was her. Here she is. I just started reading it, but yes, I can see the similarity between 50 Shades and Twilight. And as it turns out, that's how the author came up with the story. So it's Twilight minus the vampires and substitute with the BDSM undertone. Please watch and you will understand. This is Gypsy on Facebook telling everyone, her friends, about this documentary she wants them to watch. Because she loves it. She likes it. She's into it. Right? Gypsy, May 30th. 2 weeks before, again, I showed you those other messages from May 30th. The first movie I want to watch with you is 50 Shades of Grey. I also think we should start with soft, wet anal sex before big time anal. She was into that. That was her thing, not his. Okay. I mean, you guys might want to come back and pause to read this. I don't really want to or I might do this in a separate video. There's this whole thing about the vampire way of raising kids, because remember, she was talking about how when we marry in the vampire way, and then we've got to raise our kids in the vampire way. Well, it really goes back to a lot of this vampire lore. I even threw in there stuff about Twilight. I mean, obviously, because that would be really the one that she's really mimicking. And there's a lot of, when Gypsy was talking about, we have to keep it secret and we got to protect them. It's a big theme also in Twilight. Okay. No, The daughter rape obviously is not a theme in Twilight. I gotta say it came from her. All right. Lastly, and I hate to do that, and not lastly, like I'm stopping the live. I'm not, and I gotta take a break in a minute. I've been going really hardcore. Oh my God, I've been going hardcore for almost 2 hours. Sorry, you guys. Hope it's okay. Who was the storyteller? Remember what she said in her memoir? Nick's the storyteller. He had these realms where these mystical beasts. No. You guys may remember this. This comes from NPG Cornerstone. Who is the storyteller? This is Gypsy's writing these stories to Nick. We're just going to put in a tidbit clip here just so people can understand she was the storyteller.
I'll be honest, Master. The truth is, I came here to find you. I don't know why you did what you did, and I'm confused about how I feel about what happened. I don't know if I should hate you or lo. She stops. Dare not saying the word, let alone feeling it. She says, may I ask you a question, Master? Master.
Oh, what happened? Why am I not able to watch this video? Yes, I know that. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, I know that. Oh, hold on.
Demona. She speaks again. It reminds me of a beautiful castle. He says nothing. Demona breaks the silence with saying, I'll be honest, Master. The truth is, I came here to find you. I don't know why you did what you did, and I'm confused about how I feel about what happened. I don't know if I should hate you or lo. She stops. Dare not saying the word, let alone feeling it. She says, may I ask you a question, Master? Master Victor replies, well, you did. Ask correctly. So, yes. Demona asked your question. She asked, why me, Master?
Okay. It's drivel. I'm not going to make you listen to it. My point here is he doesn't write this kind of stuff. He doesn't. No, it's her. She was talking about herself when she was talking about the different realms and the mystical. She's always been into that kind of thing. Okay. Not him. All right. Let me stop sharing that because I'm going to probably want to bring in another one later. All right. So I think we made our point. And it's a big deal because I'm going to get to the next audio. This is going to dovetail perfectly. I'm not going to take the middle break. I'm going to do the comments at the end just because we're on a flow here. I hope that's okay because I don't want to break it because all of this kind of strings together. All right. I will break. Let's say we'll break like in 5 minutes. I just want to get this next part out. Okay. Where is it? So we got that. Okay. Now this is the next little audio, but it's going to you'll see, it's going to match with what we're talking about.
And talking to you don't think every motherfucker who comes across that video is going to stop at that video? More than they stopped at any other video before.
Now she's talking about these videos, how there's going to impact, how it's going to be a real problem for them, for their side, for Gypsy, for the cult, people that support her. All right. They're kind of freaking out here now because they're realizing, or at least Bree is realizing the impact.
Ever about Gypsy? Of course they will. That's what I mean by it's so fucked up the way that Into the Weeds did this by not putting it out in the order that it should be put out. It's so fucked up. I'm telling you, and I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being realistic. Realistically, if you see Audrey, this was said on this piece of paper, and if you saw Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and to us, we think of Gypsy Rose Blanchard as just Gypsy, But I'm talking about not us. I'm talking about everybody else. Gypsy Rose Blanchard dressed up in a freaking wig and lingerie, sitting on a couch, talking to Nick. You're going to fucking stop and you're going to fucking watch it. That's my point, Sheena. I know you never, that's what I'm worried about. But I'm, of course, I feel like the whole situation, I feel like I want it to be up to Gypsy because it's so personal. I do want to try to get all the videos because I think they should be put out in order. The ones that should go out, of course, because I feel like the dancing one, there was no reason for them to play that one. It doesn't show anything to me. Showing who was actually in control, that's different. because that was the whole, they think they just like manipulated Nick and stuff, where if they play the videos in order, they'll see the progression of their relationship, and they'll see who's the one actually in control, who's the one constantly apologizing, correcting things because Nick doesn't like it a certain way. The dance.
Okay, we put them in order. I've showed you. I have just showed you the progression.
Dancing video is literally irrelevant. But of course they're showing all that shit too. But even that's humiliating for her. But I'm even put that to the side. I'm talking about the videos of her speaking, the way she talks about like stealing and like, who gives a fuck? I'd rather be a thief than a fucking brutal murderer. But they're not looking at it like that.
She's a brutal murderer, Bree.
Because they don't see Nick in the video. They only see Gypsy's. And she's explaining all these things that she obviously has learned to do from her mom. And she's explaining that.
There we go. Blaming it on the victim. Blaming it on the victim again. Victim shaming.
Really well. And I'm telling you, when people see these videos, Sheena, do you think they twisted her story before?
Yeah.
They
I
are gonna
know what's coming. Already.
She claims we're going to twist the story. I have done my damnedest not to do that. I looked and looked and looked over the last 2 days for exactly what they wanted, to put them in order, to show the progression. I took the worst that guy said.
You know what's coming. I know it's coming.
Trying to I feel like I don't want to speak about it until I get Gypsy. Like, how does Gypsy feel about this? I want her to, to have somewhat of a say in like what happens, But I feel like if she's okay with us getting, and I think that they should be put out in context. Maybe nobody will listen. I don't fucking
Put out in context. I took the worst one because there's there's a ton of videos. The worst one, and I put it in context for you. I showed you the context of what he was saying and then what she said about the daughter. That's the context. I showed you my estimation, my opinion on who was into who was, he's into this, she's into this. So who really came up with that idea? That's for you guys to decide. I've showed you what my evidence has shown me.
know. And that's why, I forgot who was saying it, but we just ignore it. And there's only so many people. The only thing that worries me with this is because it's actual footage. And if somebody sees that come across that screen, they're just going to stop and look at it. They are. I just know they are. And that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of a little community that's anti right now. I'm scared of this being the reason it grows, only because it's not put in. These people were irresponsible. Like the FOIA request, the Freedom of Information Act, they're not using it. That was put into place not for what the fuck they're doing with it.
No. All anyone did with these videos was show them to the world. That's all any of us did with these videos. Okay. So I don't know what she's talking about. I mean, you play a video. Yeah. You see it for yourself. And I agree with one part. Context does matter in certain videos. Yeah, I agree with that. That's why I went back and looked. I'm like, okay, so let me find it. Let me find how he made her say that, because that's the worst one. That, there's the funny one, the dancing ones, the other ones. And there's other ones that prove she lied, like her apology to Nick over the face when she contacted his girlfriend, when in the memoir, she claims the girlfriend contacted her. There's stuff like that too in the videos that prove lies. But really, that video, the daughter one, is what changed so many minds when that came out. And I'm going to show you the impact of that in a minute.
It wasn't meant for people to take and put out there to manipulate and to twist for their own self, for their own views and clout. It was meant for the public to be able to know the truth. And that's not what they're using it for. Instead, they're using it to literally strip Gypsy of her entire life experience, her entire story.
Well, if that's how they felt, then they probably could have gotten Mike to get them all the videos. They probably wouldn't even had to FOIA them, right? And they could have all sat down in their little Discord and gone through all of them like I have. They could have done that. And then they could have presented their case. Never too late. Never too late. But they never do that. They never show any receipts of what they of their side. They just talk and talk and talk and talk.
And it's I know I'm rambling, y'all. It's just this is probably like I think more than any other thing that
Yeah, why didn't they? If that was your super good friend and you saw stuff like that and she's crying, supposedly crying to you, it wasn't me, it was him. I didn't. Okay, well, I'll help you. Let's get all the videos. Let's get them together. Let's show them. Let's show the people how he did that to you. Let's show his worst side. Let's get the videos that show him just being a horrible, horrible person that wanted to rape his own daughter. Let's go find it.
haven't been put out.
I wonder sometimes how she does it, how her strength blows my brain away.
Yeah, she's just a malignant narcissist. It's not strength. She doesn't give a fuck. Okay? She gives a fuck as far as, yeah, she doesn't like people judging her, but she doesn't need strength because there's no humility. There's no shame. She doesn't feel shame like you and I feel shame when we do something wrong, right? No, she just gets pissed off and then she goes and lies about it. So she can stay in the limelight. She can stay on social media, right? And those fools believe her. Well, Gypsy said, Nick said, it was Nick. Nick made her do that. You know that, right? He was really terrible. He was really scary. She was scared for her life. What are you talking about? You guys saw the videos of Master Victor and the guy with it's just a black screen, and he's like, right there was a Gypsy, and I put a hex on that. Gypsy, I want you and Damona to go out and put a hex on those people, and then we're gonna do a rape. Are you kidding me? That's it. That was it. That's all I could find. I looked. Hours and hours and hours of watching. Yeah, I looked. Okay. So I'm going to pause here for a minute. I want to go to some of your comments just to lighten the mood a little bit. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for hanging in there with me while I covered all that because that was important. That stuff is important. And I've never put it in context. I've never done, so now I have that on that one video. It was important. Okay. Let's get to okay, did I do Lisa Evans? Yeah, Jesse, new member. Let's get to the Taminator 615, $5. Thank you, Becca, for all you do, for especially being classy enough to refrain from bashing other content creators. Justice for Dee Dee, karma for Gypsy. Well, Taminator, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you being here. And thank you for the $5. And next up, we've got AB Oversee It. AB Oversee It. Member for 2 months. So happy you're here. So excited to finally catch a live rather than watching it after. Keep up the great work, Becca. Well, AB Oversee It. I'm so glad you're here too. And so glad, member for 2 months. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Next up, we've got Wolf Baby Jen, $1.99. Keep up the great work, sis. Well, Wolf Baby Jen, thank you too. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate the support. And Miss Renee Knits, I like the name, Miss Renee Knits, $5. I've got my popcorn ready. Long time watcher, new member. Oh, thank you, Miss Renee Knits. That means a lot to me. So glad you became a new member. And we got Chosen Disciple, one of my favorites, 58, $1.99. Becca is late because I knew it. Okay, Chosen Disciple. Do you see what I'm wearing? It's code. If you know, you know, you guys. This is I'm wearing my camouflage. You guys know that need to go on your missions. mission. Do it. I'm telling you. All right. Yeah, there was some behind the scenes shenanigans, guys, that went on. I don't want to get into it too much, but just know that I was sending certain people out on missions that I wasn't aware of. It was kind of a secret, cabalish kind of thing. I told everyone needed to wear black. If you wear black, I will send you out on the mission. Okay. All right. That's all I'm going to say about it. That's all I'm going to say. But I did wear my camouflage shirt to kind of as a joke. All right. Next up, we've got Jill B, a 3072, who's, I love Jill B, member for 8 months. Becca, you're a wonderful person doing wonderful work. Thank you, Jill B. I appreciate that so much. And I'm so glad you're here. I see you in chat all the time. And I'm so glad you caught the live. And we've got another one of our favorites, just Ashley 84, member for 5 months. Thank you for all the hard work you do. Ashley, thank you for being a member for 5 months. Thank you for caring about this. Thank you for all the comments you make all around the internet. I appreciate it. Next up, we've got a Brandy Garas. I'm not going to try to say that. Brandy, I'm just going to say Brandy. And you became a new member. Welcome, Brandy. And I love the Dee Dee picture, girl. You are right there. You're getting early. We got a couple of days, but guys, that Dee Dee picture I love that Dee Dee picture. Let's all try to do that on May 3rd. And welcome again, Brandy. Next up, we've got Kitty. Kitty also became a new member. Kitty, welcome aboard. I love your little Yoda too. All right. We've got Shelly Little, member for 5 months. Hey, Shelly, how are you doing? She says, this should be good. Well, I hope I'm not disappointing you. I did put a lot of work into it. I hope it's entertaining and informative. That's what I always strive for, Shelly. Next up, we've got Talix23, member for 1 month. Yay. How are you, Becca? Love from Northern California. Well, I'm jealous you're in Northern California. It's beautiful up there. Not sure exactly where you're at, but Big Sur, all that area, just beautiful area. Thanks for being here, Talix. And we've got Lauren Marie Cap, who's here, who also became a new member. Welcome, Lauren Marie. So glad you're here. And we've got my favorite zombie pirate 23. Hey girl, how are you doing? Who also gifted 1 Becca Scoop membership. Let's do a few more and then we'll get back to the show. Vladdy's here. Hey Vladdy, how are you doing? 2 pounds. Hello, lovely Becca. Happy birthday to Dee Dee. Absolutely, Vladdy. I hope you're doing well tonight in the UK, Vladdy. It's late over there, I know. Couple more. The Goldstein 70, another new member. Wow. Okay, the Goldstein, welcome aboard the Truth Train. Thank you for being here. I hope you're enjoying the live stream. And Lauren Marie Cap says, I've been watching your videos nonstop for a week. Really? Since finding you, happy to catch a live. Lauren, that is, when I hear something like that, it really makes me feel good. Like, of course it's going to make me feel good. Thank you, Lauren. I'm so glad you're here. And next up, we got Maria Mediavilla. I love Maria. Member for 10 whole months. Hey, Maria, how are you doing? Love you, Becca. Justice for Dee Dee. Absolutely, Maria. Glad to see you again, girl. And we've got Traveler Landed, who also became a new member. Everyone welcome Traveler Landed in the chat. Welcome to the Truth Train. And the last Lily, $1.99 super chat. Thank you, the last Lily. That's very kind of you, very generous. And like I said, a couple more. Peace Girl 777, member for 10 whole months. Thank you, Peace Girl. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Truth Train rolls on. You guys, the Truth Train is always, it's going to roll on. I'm telling you. All right. We're here. We're doing it. We're doing this thing. Okay. Next up, a couple more. Crystal Pistol. Love Crystal Pistol. Love her. Gifted 5 Becca Scoops memberships. Crystal, love your picture. And thank you so much, Crystal. That's very, very generous of you. It means a lot. Let's do one more. We'll do 2 more because I see 2 people I really know. And that first person that I really know is Harlequin PDX, $5. Happy heavenly birthday, Dee Dee. We will continue to speak the truth in your honor. Thank you to all the Truth Train family members. Thank you, Harley. That's really kind of you. And one more, one of my favorites, Honey Floor 420. Love Honey Floor. Happy B-Day in heaven, Dee Dee. Absolutely, Honey Floor. And I'm so glad you're here too. All right, we're gonna we'll end there, and we will pick up that after we get to the rest of the show. Okay, so what do I have in store? Well, we're gonna switch gears here a little bit. Okay. I was sent some, and I want to take this down right here. Sorry, guys, I've got to do things behind the scene. This is the portion in the show where I've got to do things behind the scene to fill up the studio with the different videos that I want for the second half to show you guys. I hope that's okay. So I'm going to put on some music. It'll take me about 1 to 2 minutes at the most. I hope you guys can talk amongst yourself. What am I going to put on the screen while I do that? Well, I'll just take myself. Let me see. When I just take myself off the screen. Okay, I'll be back in 1 to 2 minutes. You guys be good and chat till I get back, or you know what? I'm going to get mad if someone's being bad. All right. What am I going to play here? Where's the one I always play? Okay.
Me that
All right. Where am I? Okay. All right, guys. Was everyone good? Make a list of who, if someone was bad, I want to know. Oh, no, I'm sure you guys were good. All right. Thank you guys so much. That was really appreciate you guys allowing me to take a little break like that. Well, it's not a break. I'm bringing up files. Okay. So we listened to how they were Gypsy's people, and I'm sure Gypsy is a part of that, so upset because these videos were going to just totally destroy everything. And it did. They were a game changer, right? Because now we had real proof of a lot of things, right? We could take the videos and look at the memoir and say, she's lying here, she's lying here, she's lying here. Right? So it was a big deal. But I want to take this part now when we're talking about, there's two things I want to cover now. One is Christy, okay, and her role in everything that happened and how we got here to this point. I've gone over her a little bit before and stuff, but there's something that happened recently that was kind of big in the news that I want to make a connection with this. And I want to say something there's I want to shout out 1 ounce of Jameson who sent me a whole bunch of files. And I was going to get to some of that stuff tonight. I'm already like 2 hours over. So what I want to tell you, 1 ounce of Jameson, is that part of what you sent me kind of spurred on this. She sent me like these files and they're really good stuff, but I need a whole live dedicated to that stuff and probably a video. So I just wanted to tell her, because I said, look, I'm going to get to some of that stuff tonight. So I don't want you to think I forgot about that. It's not that I forgot about that. It's just that I had already this stuff prepared and I thought I could squeeze it in. And I don't think I want to squeeze that in. I want to take time with that stuff. But I want to go over now this stuff about when we're talking about the media and how Gypsy's case kind of set a precedent. And what am I talking about? Most of you have heard about a case called Sarah. Who is that? Sarah Grace Patrick. Who's she? She's this girl that's accused of, I know for sure, killing her mom. I'm not totally up to date on the whole intricate parts of the case. But I know that her mom was killed, and was it her stepdad? I think so. I don't think the stepdad survived either. Regardless, the mom's dead. She is accused of killing her mom for sure. I know that. That's where it parallels with Gypsy. Do I know if the girl's guilty or not? No, I don't know. I've never dug deep into that case or anything. All I know is, for my purposes here, what I'm going to go over here, this parallels Gypsy. Here's why. And shout out to my researcher friend who's been banging the drum on me. You've got to bring this up, bring this up. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a super good point. Let's bring this up. Let's talk about this. Okay. So Sarah Grace Patrick is this, I don't know, she's 20 something. I think or she is still a teenager. I think she just graduated from high school. Okay. Let's say between 18 and 25. I don't know her exact age. So like Gypsy, same age frame, right? Accused of killing her mom. She wanted to get bailed out. During the bail hearing, and she tried twice. During the bail hearing, and I'm going to read from this. During cross-examination, prosecutors revealed that both grandparents, along with Patrick's biological father, DJ, and that would be like the Rod character, okay, have signed contracts with media production companies like HBO. Don't know if it's HBO, but media production companies. When I say like HBO, I'm talking about Gypsy and her Mommy, Dead, and Dearest one that she got done, right? Worth approximately $100,000 for post-trial content. None of the money would go to Patrick or her sister, the grandparents testified. The state argued that this media deal intensified flight risk concerns. Judge Hightower acknowledged the media contracts as new information that factored into his decision. He told the grandparents he had to consider that they could potentially, listen to this, benefit from increased publicity if Patrick were released. Now, what is going on here, and why does this matter? HBO had carte blanche and do anything they wanted while Gypsy was getting her plea deal. This judge said, no. She's not getting bonded out. And he's like, and I got a problem with this. What's going on with this? This is what should have happened with Gypsy. No, Gypsy wasn't bonded out either. That's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make about the media involvement in these cases, right? And how that means the judge is saying, so like the grandparents would be are incentivized, right? Like Rod and Christy were incentivized to take in Gypsy's narrative why? Because of these media deals. For them to back the false narrative. For money. Money is the root of all evil. So I saw that and I'm like, it's such a great point when we're going forward here. And I'm going to be like, I want to look more into this Sarah Patrick case because it parallels Gypsy. And I want to see what happens if this judge actually, puts the kibosh on letting these media contracts, right, come up. Now, why I was talking about Christy is I do have part of what 1 ounce of Jameson sent me. I did make one of our posters about Christy, about what she was doing in a Facebook group, like days after, right? Days after, how she was backing this narrative. Here is from, you'll see up there, the Dee Dee and Gypsy Blanchard, Nicholas Godejohn case discussion. The date, June 17th, 2015. When was the murder? The murder was June 10th. The murder was June 10th. So 7 days after the murder, here's what people were thinking. First person, Dee Dee was poisoning Gypsy, so I'm going to guess that made for tons of doc visits. Okay, my thing is, how did Gypsy get chemo treatment if she never had cancer and docs would have had to prove that she had to get treatment? She also was on pills that made her teeth fall out and glasses she didn't need. It all makes no sense how they fooled so many and got treatment for stuff the kid didn't have. Dee says all Gyp paperwork went away after Katrina hit, so it was hard to prove what she had, but somebody had to prove what she had to get all that help. Y'all, the next one down, you all need to just shut the fuck up. I just talked to Christy and Dee Dee was just poisoning Gypsy. Here's where these talking points come from. Do you see? I just talked to Christy and Dee Dee was just poisoning Gypsy. Y'all just stay tuned for Nancy Grace because, you know, Nancy gets down to the truth. Then you all can judge. And Nancy is going down there to interview them. Munchausen syndrome has the next one up the top. Munchausen syndrome has the highest mortality rate of all types of abuse. I just watched a lot of the ID channel and it happens a lot. Unfortunately, heavy metal poisoning also will have similar effects and side effects. All right, that one's not very interesting. The next one, which is also why I believe she was being poisoned as well. I do not believe that anti-seizure drugs were making her teeth fall out. Well, there's one smart person. Next one down. How would Christy know about the poisoning? She didn't know a thing, I thought. Well, let me see. Gypsy was always sick and now she isn't. And the reason her teeth fell out. One, maybe because of the medicine Dee Dee was giving her that she didn't need, or two, Gypsy's grandmother had bath teeth. Okay, so my point here is, and I'll get more into them in a different live stream. The point here is if you look at all these messaging right after the murder, you see Christy spinning narratives. You see Christy putting out all of these things. So Christy was kind of there in the beginning, right? To seal these deal, make people believe. There was some blowback in that chat also, I'll say that I read some of that. But Christy was definitely on the side of selling this narrative, all right? All right. And it wasn't her biological daughter. And by all means, Christy didn't raise Gypsy. So what was Christy getting out of it? Her great love for Gypsy? No, she didn't even know really Gypsy. Really, she didn't really know Gypsy, right? She didn't spend really much time with Gypsy at all, if any. All Gypsy was to her was Rod's biological daughter. And they're in hot water. And oh, maybe we can make a little money off this, huh? Oh, like the Sarah Grace Patrick thing that I was just showing you. And the judge looking sideways at them, right? Side-eyeing them, side-eyeing the grandparents. What are you guys doing? What are you signing contracts? Okay. So we know that about Christy. The other person who came in at the end was, of course, Melissa Moore. I want you to listen to this audio clip. Who's Melissa Moore? For those of you that don't know, Melissa Moore is the daughter of the Happy Face Killer who became Gypsy's confidant. Melissa Moore, she was never a journalist. She didn't go to school for journalism. She went to school, I think, for cosmetology, I think, Melissa Moore. But later, because she had, the bona fides as being a daughter of the Happy Face Killer, she turned that into a career in true crime. She turned that into a career in true crime based on being the daughter of a serial killer. No, she didn't have special credentials. No, she's not a journalist. She never went to journalism school. Nothing like that. But she saw Gypsy Rose Blanchard and she thought, ooh, that's a little moneymaker right there, isn't she? Yeah, she's a little moneymaker. Let's listen to how, and I've caught Melissa in numerous lies about Gypsy, as you guys know. Let's listen to how enmeshed Melissa Moore became in Gypsy's life. Remember, she wrote to her and spoke with her weekly for 5 years on the phone to reel Gypsy in to do the docuseries. It became Melissa Moore's big break.
For me, I got really attached. Like I saw a vision for Gypsy that maybe wasn't her own vision, but I had a vision for Gypsy that she was going to walk out of prison, go into the safety and security of her parents' arms, and have this relationship that she never got with her parents, and that she was going to discover who she is, explore freedoms for the first time, riding a bike, driving a car, eating real food, different foods, like,
eating real food because sorry, I was vaping. Eating real food because, she didn't eat real food until she got out of prison.
she was eating prison food for the first time. That was her first taste of real food.
Let's back it up and hear it
She was
again.
eating prison food for the first time. That was her first taste of real food.
Oh, you must have missed the Facebook messages about the gumbo and going on an apple diet. And I'm so fat and I love French fries. Ooh, we had a cookout. Ooh.
It's prison food. So
I ruined her vision. Just a minute.
Oh, Ryan. I ruined her vision. And watch Melissa. She hates him. Watch her.
I did. Just because.
What? Listen to her a little snark right here. Okay, let me back it up because she don't like Ryan. Okay, and she don't think Ryan's funny either. And she doesn't like sitting next to him, and she doesn't want him on the stage, and she wants him to be quiet because this is about Melissa, not Ryan. So watch this exchange when he tries to make a funny, and watch what Melissa does.
I did. Just because we got married and threw a wrench in her plans.
it's okay though. But like that was the
She dismissed. It's okay though. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, I mean, she totally dismisses him. That was such a bitch right there, right? It's okay. Excuse me. I'm going to be talking to you over here. I mean, cracks me up every time. Cracks me up. Here we go.
Just because we got married and threw a wrench in her plans.
It's okay though. But like that was the learning lesson is like I knew when you're married as a woman that you have to compromise with your spouse, your partner. You have to, it's a give and take, and what you want has to be considered.
Yeah, during the prison emails when Gypsy's like, yeah, I can't stand him. I'm getting an annulment. Melissa's like, oh, I'm sad. And then she just goes on. She's not sad. She did not want that. Because she's talking about why she didn't want Ryan around here. I had a vision for Gypsy. See, Melissa was under the wrong notion that Gypsy was like a halfway decent human being. Okay. She thought, that she was going to turn her into an advocate. Now, Melissa's a narcissist herself. I don't think she's a malignant narcissist, but she's pretty much a narcissist herself. Okay. Obviously. But yeah, I think she envisioned kind of living off the Gypsy fat of the land for a while. So she wanted to mold Gypsy into this really great human being so she could continue on, that gravy train, right? Okay.
With the wants and needs of your partner. And I wanted Gypsy to be selfish. For the first time in her life, I wanted her.
Oh my God. I wanted Gypsy to be selfish for the first time in her life. Did you hear her just say that? Melissa, murdering your mother is a selfish act, amongst other things. What the hell? I guess the apple didn't fall from the serial, killer tree over in that family. Jeez.
And I wanted Gypsy to be selfish. For the first time in her life, I wanted her to be selfish. Nothing tying her to the needs of anybody else but herself for the first time.
What?
That's what I visioned.
When was Gypsy responsible for anybody else in her whole life? What fuckery is this? What is this about? Yeah, I haven't watched this for a while, but every time with this woman, there's no wonder that stupid docu-series got made, Life After Lockup, about this was the woman behind it. That was selling it to Lifetime. It's got to happen. You're going to love Gypsy. She's such a giver. She's putting herself first for the first time in her life. This is how she sold it to them. And they canceled it finally. They're like, yeah, it's cringe. It's good for laughs, but it's not what you sold us. This girl is she's not she's a she's like a murderer for real, okay?
So, how did you manage that attachment? Well, when she told me she's getting married, I was very disappointed. And this is my regret. And this is what I did wrong. And I totally take accountability for that. I was very disappointed. I'm like, I wanted that for her. And I felt like she was making the wrong choice. And I stepped aside because I didn't want to influence her. And I felt so passionately that she
All right, you see Ryan there. Ryan was, and look, I'm no one to talk about weight, okay? I struggle with my weight. I have my whole life struggled with my weight, okay? So I'm not like throwing shade at Ryan. I'm just saying he's so delusional. He's saying since this was just on a live last night. It's the only reason I'm mentioning it. On a live last night that I listened to, he was telling this guy that he has lost weight from right here when he was making the docuseries. I think he looks thinner here. I do. I think he looks a lot thinner here than he does now. I'm just saying that for the health reasons, that I don't think he's becoming more healthy as he says. He's claiming he's getting more healthy. I think he looks a lot like he's gained a lot of weight since here. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the lighting. Maybe it's the way he's sitting. Maybe it's the way he sits on his lives. I don't know. Cause again, I don't want to roast the weight because I got my own issues, but I was just thought of that when I was looking at him here. I'm like, his face looks thinner here. His body looks thinner here. No, I don't think he's doing better health wise.
should go this route because what I wanted for it is all good intentions. And then Christy and Rod actually told me, like, Melissa, you have to let her make mistakes if they're mistakes. Her mom didn't let her make mistakes. If it's a mistake, that's what she has to do. And that's what got me to see things differently. But I stepped aside so I wouldn't intervene. And I mean, Ryan, you could test for that. Like, I didn't.
Yeah, there was a moment where you just step back, but I still don't think I was a mistake.
Because I'm a Ryan. I'm the Ryan Anderson. All right, we're gonna wrap up here in a minute, guys. There's a lot of stuff I still want to get to, but we're going on. It's going long. I wanted to show you impact. We're talking about the impact of what we've done, and I could take a whole 2 hours to do that. Okay, but I just wanted because we're talking about how she got her TikTok back, and then the videos came out. The videos were kind of a turning point, and I put together this little thing here. Do you see here on the right hand side? These are all articles from different publications about Gypsy, not good articles. Okay. This is recent from the Daily Mail. Okay. So, what I'm trying to say is when Gypsy first got out, all of the articles, all of the media she was this victim and poor Gypsy. And she's going to be an advocate and she's talking at colleges, don't you know? Right? Things have changed. And yes, I think all of us in a small way have shined the light on this and have helped this happen. The videos, of course, were the big turning point, but then it was all of us together going in the comment sections, right? Pointing it out to TMZ, pointing it out to this, people. Now, people still like kisses her butt, I think, pretty much, but the Daily Mail sure ain't. They sure are not on the Gypsy gravy train. Okay. They are not. And then of course, Gypsy doing this thing. Well, if Gypsy didn't have a big TikTok account, she never would have met with Natalie Reynolds and she never would have made this, right? So that's one thing, right? That made a lot of people wake up to Gypsy. If she wouldn't have had her TikTok account, she wouldn't have done this because Natalie Reynolds wouldn't want to collab with someone that doesn't have she wants someone that had 9 million followers. If Gypsy didn't have that account, the collab wouldn't have happened. Gypsy wouldn't have done this. You see, so there's a bright side to everything in this. There always is, right? So we're not there yet. with getting her off social media. Obviously, she's got that TikTok account back, but look at what she did here, how that got her so much bad press, right? And those things start piling up little by little by little. Okay. More people start looking at the comment sections. They're all against her now. Always all against her. Yeah, there's a few stragglers in there. Oh, well, her mother had, okay. But the majority of the comments now are not in her favor anymore. And that's a total 180 from when she got out of prison. So, yes, we have done something. Okay. We have. All right. I just wanted to show you guys that I am getting tired. I am over 60. So these live streams do take a lot out of me, but I love doing them. I totally look forward to the day I can do a live stream with you guys. And so, yeah, I'm about out of gas at this point, but let's end with one little Christy video. I show this one all the time, but I want to show it again because I want to remind you what a liar she is too. She's a liar and she lies. Okay.
The date that her mom died. Dee Dee was in the house somewhere and
because we're ending with the Dee Dee thing here, right? Because Dee Dee's birthday is just what, 2 days away at this point. And this was Christy's biggest lie against Dee Dee, where she claimed that she murdered her mother.
the date that her mom died. Dee Dee was in the house somewhere and Dee Dee was starving her. Like Dee Dee wasn't giving her anything to eat. I asked her sister, I was like, I hate to ask this, but you think Dee Dee had anything to do with her mom's death? And she, said, now I wonder.
Now I wonder. Well, I guess you put that in her head, Christy. Not only that, you guys know how many times I've disproven this, that there's no way, that Dee Dee was starving someone. People are living there. It would take months and months and months and months and months to starve someone to death. And we also just found out that when the mother died, Dee Dee was at vacation Bible camp with Gypsy. They weren't even in town. So stop lying. Liar, 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 pants on fire. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. I do that for you because your birthday coming up, and I know you didn't like Christy, and I have totally shown her to be the liar she is with this one. You were at vacation Bible camp with Gypsy when your mom died. We know that now. Okay. Even if you weren't, you would never starve your mother. Okay. I know that. You had a mental breakdown when your mother died. People, more than 3 people have attested to that. When Emma died, the mom died, Dee Dee had a mental breakdown. No, she didn't murder her. All right, guys, there's a lot of other things I wanted to get to today, so I apologize. There's people I wanted to shout out, emails I wanted to go through. I'm going to have to make a video. Okay, so look for my next video. It's probably going to come within 24 to 48 hours. The people that I spoke to look, I'm going to get this in. Just make sure you look for my next video. It'll be kind of a continuation of some of this stuff. I want to get to some more comments before we leave. If you guys can hang out just for a minute more, let's get to a couple more comments before we go. And then we'll talk about Dee Dee's birthday and what we're all going to do. Okay, Peace Girl 777, member for 10 months. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Truth Train rolls on. Thank you, Peace Girl. Crystal Pistol, did I go through these? I did go through these. Gifted 5 Becca Scoops memberships. I did Harley Quinn. That's right. Okay, here we go. S. Paulu 8168 became a member. Thank you so much. I love your little picture. That's so cute. Thank you for becoming a member. Here comes one of my favorites up. Wendy Williams enters the chat. $2. Much love. That's it. LOL. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. Crystal Pistol coming back. Ignore the noise. We're here for the long haul. Thank you, Crystal Pistol. It's how I feel. Exactly. We're here. I love the community. I love hanging out with you guys. What's the problem? All right, next up, we've got Jamie Hyde, 5323, member for 3 months. Thank you so much for the gifted Oh, how nice. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. So glad to be on board the train today. Absolutely, Jamie. Absolutely. So happy for you. One of my favorite mods, Mersey Me, $1.99. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Never forgetting. Thank you, Mersey Me. Mersey Me has been like behind the scenes, giving me some thanks, Mersey. You know what you've been doing. 321 Cricket became a YouTube member. Thank you, 321 Cricket. I really appreciate that. Becoming a member, welcome aboard the Truth Train. You're gonna love the community here. And we've got super cute TT member for 1 month, learning to use YouTube after finding your fabulous show. Oh, great. I'm totally hooked to traveling in the Truth Train. Greetings from Finland. You guys, we got someone in Finland. It's really late there. Super cute TD. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Speaking of Finland, I'm going to get to a couple more comments. Thank you for the 99 cent super chat. SP Palouse, I think. You guys remember Diana over in that had the almost died and all that? I have a video of her riding her bike. I will put that in my next video. She wanted to let everyone know she's actually riding her bike now. She's doing well. So I wanted to give you guys that little update. She's doing great. Taminator, $2. Ken is bald like his lying ass fake girlfriend. Ken, you're bald. I just told him, Taminator, I just told Ken he knows now that he is bald. Okay. Next up, Miss Renee Knits, $5. My insurance agent's name is Ryan Anderson. Seriously? I think your insurance agent like when you Google Ryan Anderson comes before the Ryan Anderson. It's like the basketball player, the guy that works at State Farm, Ryan Anderson, State Farm insurance agent, and then Ryan Anderson, who is married to Gypsy Rose Blanchard. That's the 1, 2, 3 of the Google search. So Ryan, you're not even number 2 on the Google search. Her insurance agent is number 2 on the Google search. Thanks for letting us know, Miss Renee. Gamma Goulet. I love the picture, Gamma Goulet. Gifted 5 Becca Scoops memberships. I am so happy to see you, Gamma Goulet, and I'm so happy that you gifted 5 Becca Scoops memberships. Okay, Mini Marshmallow 1996, also a new member. Everyone welcome Mini Marshmallow 1996. And we've got I'm going to have to learn how to say your name. So let me figure it out. Espalu 8168. Becca could talk about paint drying for 5 hours. Stop it. And I'd watch. Much love. Thank you so much. That's a big compliment. I'll let Mitch know. Okay. That's my husband. Let me tell Mitch that. I think he's going to agree. All right. Mersey Me, $1.99. When will Ryan realize he was a one-hit wonder? I don't think it's ever going to happen. His ego is pretty big, actually. It actually is. I'm the MF Ryan Anderson. He said it again last night on his live. Yeah. I love this name. Ranch Dressing became a YouTube member. Welcome aboard, Ranch Dressing. Be careful of Ryan Anderson, Ranch Dressing. And Slayer Wolf, you know, I should know that. Slayer Wolf 369, member for 5 months. Even Gypsy said Ryan was a one-hit wonder. Oh my God. I can't. You guys. All right. There's Snowflakes and Firefly. I was wondering where you were at, Snowflakes and Firefly. Ryan has conjunctivitis in his sad toad eyes. And he also has problems with the eyebrows. They look like little caterpillars. Okay. They do. Snowflakes and Firefly back with all the abuse, and that's her worst birthday, right? This is my worst birthday, Ryan, in my whole life. I feel like killing myself. I mean, I can't roll my eyes hard enough on that. My worst birthday, I'm going to kill myself, Ryan. And then Ryan's like, I mean, like he believes it. He believes she actually thinks it's her worst birthday. Ryan, malignant narcissist who are psychopaths, they never think about killing themselves ever. That's just a manipulation they use. Okay. I just don't know. I just don't know. Laura Lee, 8935, Canadian 699. Thank you, Laura Lee. That's very kind. Do you think Ryan will ever admit that Gypshit played him even after he realizes it? Yeah, I don't know. Because he's got a pretty big ego, Laura Lee. He's got a pretty big ego. I think he would only do it if he could get the sympathy and he could make a buck doing it. He is, people say that he's got a little gambling issue. Okay, let me just put it that way. Will he admit to the public or hide behind his pride? I think he'll do both, probably. I think he'll be very proud. I think he'll spin it the way he wants to spin it. And I think he'll charge money for us to watch it. Most of us aren't going to pay for it. Of course I will, so I could like record it and then make a video and we can talk amongst ourselves about it, right? You guys never pay for anything like that. Never, ever have to worry about paying for anything like that. Thanks for the questions, Laura Lee. Appreciate it. AB's abs Marlowe, 2 pounds. Finally, I'm officially a member. Choo choo. Welcome aboard. I love your cute little picture. Oh, look, you're so pretty. Welcome aboard the Truth Train, abs Marlowe. I think maybe. Hope I'm saying that right. So happy you're here just for Dee Dee's birthday. So happy that you're here. And another one, there's another one from them. My first time catching a live. Big love, Becca. Big love back, Ebs Marlowe. Tell me, you can email me if I'm saying your name wrong. Just let me know and I will try to correct myself. Next up, we've got Wolf Baby Jen, 999. Becca Boo, never stop peeking out from the middle of the screen during your presentations. Okay. You are so hilarious, authentic, and lovable. Long live the Truth Train. Well, Wolf Baby Jen, I appreciate that. I love doing that. I think it's fun to do that. I don't know. You know, how come I do that, you guys? It's because of the damn StreamYard. So I only have so much place for, like to put stuff. But on the side here, I can put stuff, but I can't move it. Just know that. It's because of StreamYard. I only have room for so many images. But on the side display, I can add other images, but I can't move them. So I had to start peeking around, right? It's become a thing, and I do love doing it too, Wolf Baby Jen. So I'm glad you enjoy it because I kind of enjoy doing it too. Blessed every day, $2. Happy Friday, Becca. Love to all. Happy Friday to you back. Blessed every day. And thanks for spending your Friday evening over here on the Becca Scoops channel. Mighty Mulatto's got the right picture. Mighty Mulatto's doing things right. $5. Gyps and Mighty Mulatto says, Gypsy would have had Dee Dee pushing both stroller and wheelchair. Exactly. An adult dependent daughter, not a good idea. Yep. And R.I.P. Dee Dee. And Mighty Mulatto, you, as always, has something interesting to say. And thank you for the $5, my friend. I appreciate it. Snowflakes and Firefly coming back with £1.99. So Bree is admitting she made plans and manipulated. Shocking. Yes. Joanne Wall, 6333, $4.99. Riddle me this. Why does Bree always talk? I know it's coming. Why does Bree always talk like she was there with GRB staying in Dee Dee's room with her? So guys, Dee Dee got really mad. Me and Gypsy were sitting on the bed, and then Dee Dee was like, "You got to take your medicine, Gypsy," and Gypsy donate it, and you got to put the stuff through the feeding tube, Gypsy. And that's all. I'm not. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. I know, and I don't really make fun of Brie, but it's just tiny. Actually, I don't hate her at all. I don't hate her at all. If I ever use clips of her, it's just because I want to make a point. It's not to try to get her or embarrass her. You know what I mean, guys. Okay. But I love that comment. So true, Joanne Wall. Next up, Jesse M, 8338, $7.99. Imagine spending all your time trying to debunk the truth instead of looking after your child. Jessa, what can I say? Yeah, you got truth right there. Thank you for that comment. Thank you for sharing that. Zombie Pirate 23, girl, you're spoiling me. Zombie Pirate 23. By the way, I want to say something. Zombie Pirate is such a cool person. So you guys know, at the end of my videos and my live streams, I have an outro, what's called an outro, and all the members, channel members, are named there. I want to tell you guys, somehow, and I have someone make these for me, Miss Zombie Pirate, and she was so nice to email me, like, really nice. She was, I'm sorry, like, she was like apologizing to me, and I'm like, no. So I want to tell you guys, if you are a member and you've become a member in the last 3 weeks, okay, and you no, wait, if you've become a member in the last 3 weeks, we update the outro once a month, okay? So if you become a member in the last 3 weeks, your name won't be there. But if you're a member over a month and your name isn't there, email me, okay? Because we are fallible here, and we're not trying to overlook people on the outro, but it's a big deal to us to name all of the members because we appreciate your support. And Zombie Pirate, I just was so kind the way she emailed me, like almost like she was bothering me. And I'm like, girl, I work for you. You're not bothering me. All right. So anyway, Zombie Pirate, thanks for gifting one Becca Scoop membership. Next up, Citizen Jank X, $10. Gypsy also mentioned in a video announcing the pregnancy that her OBGYN put her on fertility drugs. Yes. And here she is talking about a coinky dink. Citizen Janks, that was a good catch. Really good catch. Thanks for pointing that out. Another little discrepancy. Another little coinky dink, Citizen Janks. Taminator's coming back, $5. It's crazy, her talking about taking prenatal vitamins before prison and then again as soon as she got out of prison. Exactly. I can't with her. Exactly. It's crazy. It's crazy when you start lining these things up, right? I want to make one other point before I get to the next comment. So I know there's a lot of comments throughout the show. The only way I can get through any comments is the only dividing line is people that have given a little donation. So what I'm telling you is that I can't do every comment, but the only way that I can find comments is by the people who give a little donation or who are a member. I'm not trying to ignore people that can't donate. What I try to do for the rest is, like, on my videos, I try to go through all the comments, as many as I can. And I do spend hours to try to talk to everybody, members and non-members. It doesn't matter to me. So I just wanted to point that out also. I'm not trying to say, you got to pay me to get your name. No, it's like, I want to interact with you guys, but the only way I can is I can't do every comment. And the only way I can do it is the only way they separate it on this app. That's all. I'm not trying, you guys understand what I'm trying to say. All right. Realtor 365, $4.99. Gypsy's entire life and reputation have been built on decaying, crumbling foundation of lies. In time, it will come crashing down. Exactly, Realtor 365. Love you, Becca. Yes, her entire life and reputation has been built on decaying, crumbling foundation of lies. It will. It always does. It does take time, but that kind of stuff doesn't stand. The truth always wins out. Always. In everything. It always does. It just sometimes it takes time. Great point, Realtor 365. We've got Jill B coming back with $13.99 Canadian dollars. Gypsy's crew think they know it all. They do, and then I do a live, and then they get mad. Okay, end of story, right? Thanks, Jill B. Mighty Mulatto coming back with $2. Justify the lie, then tell the lie. Gypsy's pattern. Absolutely, absolutely, Mighty Mulatto. Words matter, my friend. member for 9 months. I'm not ignoring you either, Joe. I'm sorry. Discord theme, sympathy for the devil. Love you, Joe. Yes, Joe. And I will be emailing you this. Joe helps with a few things. I just want to shout her out. She helps with a few things. She's been very helpful. So, Joe, I'm not ignoring you. I've just stuff in my life. But anyways, I will be, she's going to work on something for us. So thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Next up, we've got Snowflakes and Firefly, $4.99. Those videos prove Gypsy had nothing but time, freedom, sunlight, and means of communication. Yeah, exactly. She wasn't scared to make pornography in any room, anytime. She wasn't like looking out the window like, oh crap, here comes my mom. You didn't see a video like that. You didn't see one video like that. And there were over 120 videos. Not once does Dee Dee pop in or in the driveway. Oh shit, I gotta go. My mom's coming. Not one time. Next up, Gamma Goulet coming back with $10. I honestly do not understand the Nutria Rat and her fucking swamp cousins. Like, we have eyes and ears and can read above a 3rd grade level. We aren't getting anything out of context. Thank you, Gamma Goulet. You say what takes me 2 hours to say in one sentence. Thank you, Gamma Goulet. Thank you for putting it that succinctly. Okay. Next up, just a few more. Citizen Jenks, $5. Gypsy's Discord seems to be filled with top Ivy League scholars. Facts not. More like a cabal of crazy contrarians obsessed with Gypsy. Yeah, it's the crazy contrarians obsessed with Gypsy. Thank you, Citizen Jenks. Citizen Jenks can spell and has a good vocabulary too. Thank you, Citizen Jenks. Next up, Morty 9865 $9.99. Thank you for that. They act like it's the Tommy and Pam Schmecks video. They do. And the video, you guys, the video they're talking about was just her dancing. They weren't even talking about like the really bad one. They were just talking about that one. Remember that one? They're like, oh my God, people are going to see that out of context. And what are they going to think? That wasn't even the rape daughter one. They were acting like that about that one. I wonder what happened when the rape daughter one came out. I mean, did someone die in the Discord? Probably. I mean, when they saw that, someone just killed them. Oh. I mean, she was just dancing. I mean, it was nothing. And then people are going to see that it's not fair to Gypsy. Okay. That was an invasion of privacy. This crap is literally legal for anyone to obtain. Even they deflect for her. Birds of a feather. Thank you, Morty 9865. Next up, Snowflakes and Firefly is back. £1.99. Brie without the brain cells. Okay, I'm trying not to be mean, but let's just, you know what? Sometimes we just have fun. It's not being mean. Karma J member for 12 months. The little lizard mentally drains brain. You know what? Okay, actually, I'll be honest. I know some people are going to get mad at this. When I heard her crying, I actually did feel bad. I know you guys are like, well, why would you feel bad for Brie? I just think when I hear anyone cry, I'm like that nurse at heart, like, oh, let me fix. I'm like the mommy that wants to fix everybody and give everyone a hug. Come here, let me hug you. It's going to be okay. I know I shouldn't, but I do, I did. And she does mentally drain that girl. And I think that the best day for Brie will be when she gets away from Gypsy. It's my humble opinion. I can have it. Aaron Ashley 8826, also a new member. I love the picture, Aaron. Love the brown hair. You look beautiful. Thank you for becoming a member. Next up, we've got Meg, who is a licensed social worker, guys. $10. Our chat, we've got a smart chat. We've got an educated chat. We've got a chat that spells and makes full sentences. Here's what Megan says. There's a connection with Gypsy's microdeletion and schizophrenia bipolar with psychotic features. Licensed social worker. in the jail emails, there's strong evidence that she had a bipolar diagnosis based on meds she was taking. Oh, okay. So I too, Meg, treat a lot of people with bipolar, and I tend to agree. It's just there's so much going on with Gypsy. They may have thought she was. I don't know. I've never examined Gypsy, but I think this, when you're talking about the microdeletion, schizophrenia, bipolar with psychotic features. The other name for bipolar with psychotic features is what? Schizoaffective disorder, right? Schizoaffective disorder. Great comment, Megan. And thank you. That's a licensed clinical social worker right there, guys, who is not talking through their ass, right? Yep. Thank you, Megan. Next up, we've got Nutella Nick 90. Love this name. Coming in late. You're here though. But just got back from my brother's and showed him some of your videos. Thank you, Nutella Nick. He was shocked, but is officially aboard the truth train. Yes, it's what I'm talking about, guys. It's what I'm talking about. See, we are making headway. Taminator's coming back with $2 Scamfield for those that are new. She's talking about Gypsy's attorney, Mike Stanfield. Scamfield disappeared when those videos dropped. Yeah, Mike's like, block the number, block Gypsy from my phone, and we're moving offices, right? I know. He gave me the creepy vibes. Did he not give you like the vibes when you saw him? Like, I would not want to sit next. Like, no, he would not get a date with me. No, go away. Go away now. I don't care if you're an attorney. You're weird. You are weird. Go away. Get away from my body. Next up, Citizen Jenks, $5. So he wants the victims to be in a spell to facilitate. Yes. He wants Gypsy to put the hacks, so he didn't want violence. Well, there's a good point. You know, I'm trying to think if I ever actually heard him talk about, like, I really didn't. It was more that he wanted access to do the rape. And if you think about his browser activity, it was like him doing the rape. I didn't find any like violent acts that he was trying to do. Well, that one was called forced, but rape, the act would be forced, right? I mean, technically. But yeah, this is a great point, because basically what turned him on was Gypsy doing a spell, the person, you know, like being incapacitated, I guess you could call that like being dead, maybe. But he didn't. But necrophilia is really the person's got to be dead for them to be turned on. It's very specific. Do you know what I mean? Not just plain dead. They have to be dead. But yeah, this is a great point, Citizen Jenks. I never even thought about that. He didn't want to get violent to do the rape. It's a really good point. Thanks for that. Next up, we've got Christy 2026, $4.99. Love you, Becca. Love for speaking the truth. Christy, thank you for being here. Thanks for the donation. It's very generous of you. I'm so happy to see you in chat. Thank you, Christy. At 61 Insomniac, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, Insomniac, but 5 pounds. You're across the pond. I'm so glad you're here. Sorry you had to sit through Nick's video. Oh my God. I was cursing. I was like, fuck. You definitely took one for the truth. I did. When I was doing it, I'm like, oh, okay, let's go. Keep going. Yeah. Thank you, Insomniac. Next up, we've got Nicole D, 311, $5 super chat. Thank you, Nicole D. I appreciate that. And I'm so happy to see you in chat too, Nicole. And there's Diana. I was talking about Diana, you guys. There's Diana. I don't know if she's still up. In my next video, Diana, I'm going to have your little bike ride so everyone can see you were doing your bike ride. I mean, that's amazing, Diana, that you almost died and now you're riding your bike. And I know that you're very, very devoted to the chat and the community. And so we're happy to see you in chat, Diana. So glad. And yeah, so guys, look forward to that. If you guys were kind of tuned into the Diana story about her being in the hospital, I will show you her video in her video in my next video. Mighty Mulatto coming in with $5. Was this video made after she requested him to come up with a dog persona to match hers? Yes. And do we have a lot more? Let me see. We have a lot more comments. Guys, there's no way I can get through all these comments. I'm going on 3 hours. So what I'm going to do is there's a way for me to, the live stream will keep these comments. I hope this is okay. I've never had to do this before. But the live stream, and I will get back to each of you. Okay. It's the only way I can do it, because I can't go through them. There's too many. Wait. Okay. So there's too many. I'm on 3 hours. I love you guys, but we would be here another hour. And we can't do that. So I will get back to all of you. I hope that's okay. And yeah, we've just it's been a long live stream for Becca Scoops. What can I say? I want to thank all of you guys for being here. I want to thank my moderators. I want to thank for everyone the donations, for the memberships, for it was a hard week when she got her TikTok back, but we all got back up the next day, got back on the horse, so to speak, and we're going strong. And we are a community and we do care about each other. And so we meet here once a week. If you guys are interested, I do have other videos that, I do during the week, but this is my main thing, is doing this live stream and getting the community together once a week. Okay. Whew. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I am exhausted and I love all of you. And I want to thank all of you for being here. And I will get to stuff on the next video. I will see you guys soon. Where am I at? Let me see. Okay. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Becca Scoops out. Good night, guys.